like.
Well, she knows what's happening.
Here's my idea of the day.
All right.
I might
run with it.
I'm going to run with it.
My agent always says to me, why do you give your ideas on the air? I go, because that's what I do. People just pick and choose what they like.
Well, you got a budding filmmaker behind you. Artie's written a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know anything about the camera.
The only thing he knows about the camera is how to hide his bald spot.
That's a trick.
Well, here's the outline. Scene 1, she's stirring the sauce.
In the house.
Scene 4, she just yells out, "What's the truth?"
Hey, this is a guy named Dave who hosts the hair loss show on our station in Los Angeles, and he was going around telling people that I'm bald.
Oh, that's the guy.
Dave?
Howard?
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Why would you do that? Why would you lie on your radio show?
Actually, I wanted to explain that to you, Howard. We had a girl on the show who said she saw you in an elevator and that you were losing your hair in the back. Now, it's a show about hair loss prevention and treatment. We don't try to out celebrities. It's nothing like that. But we had a girl on the show, said you were losing your hair in the back, and since then, several people have called and asked about it. And I know you guys are really concerned, and I think it was Gary that spoke to Bob Moore.
Now, why would you assume...
What girl was this, and why would you just take her word?
I mean, first of all, if I was losing my hair in the back, who would care? Number one. Number two, I don't like you talking about me unless you know something's true.
Well,
who the hell are you?
Who's this girl?
You do a hair loss show.
Yes, we do a hair loss show.
You probably pay for the time. You're probably not even a real personality. You probably...
Yeah, who ever heard of the format hair loss?
Yeah, I mean, you're a sponsor.
What's that?
I said you're a sponsor. You pay to be on the radio.
That's
and
right.
I don't need... And I called Bob Moore to say to him, hey, I don't need some guy who's essentially running an hour-long commercial.
Right.
It's not an infomercial. It's a regular show.
No, it's
several
not.
markets.
No.
Yes, we are.
And don't you pay for the ad time?
We pay for the airtime, yes.
So it's not a regular show.
Several markets he pays for the airtime.
In other words, I'm on the radio. I don't pay the station to put me on. You're a guy who pays to be put on the radio.
That's true. But
so why don't you admit that?
That's true, but it's not an infomercial. It's a real radio show.
No, it's an infomercial. You're paying for the time. It is not an infomercial,
Howard. It is not an infomercial.
But why would you pay for the radio time if it's not an infomercial?
Actually, you'd have to talk to Mr. Coburn about that. Who's
Mr. Coburn? Who's Mr. Coburn?
Spencer Coburn. He's the host of The Bald Truth.
The Bald Shoes?
The Bald Truth.
You're the host are you the host or is he the host?
He's the host.
Then why am I talking to you? Who are you?
I work for the show.
What do you do on the show?
I'm an on-air personality.
I don't believe it because, first of all, your voice, sometimes it's hard to even understand what you say. How can you be a broadcaster, number one?
Well, I have the disadvantage of not being in a studio with a microphone.
But you got a microphone right there on the phone. And secondly, you have an effeminate voice.
Well, hey, I'm in touch with my feminine side.
Oh, I can see that.
I don't mean to be adversarial. I'm just saying this has come up on the show. And I know we're asked not to talk about it, but people are calling.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you?
Well, they told us we shouldn't talk about it.
Talk about what?
Talk about your hair loss.
I don't have hair loss. I have more hair than you do. Why would you go ahead and keep saying I have hair loss if I don't?
Yeah, why are you talking about a hair loss? It doesn't exist on him.
That's what we've heard from some people.
Who are the people?
Name the people.
Like I said, this person who was on the show.
What's her name?
Her name is Amy.
Amy what?
I'm not sure. I mean,
you're not sure of the person.
I'm not going to say it on the air.
You're not sure of the person who accused me.
I'm absolutely sure of that.
Wait a minute. This Amy came on your show and said Howard's losing his hair.
Well, she just happened to be in the studio. She was a friend of someone.
But was she on the show live or not?
She was on the show in the studio. Yes.
Then you can't say her name now.
I guess her name is Amy Gettler.
I never met Amy Gettler.
Well, she said she rode in an elevator.
Yeah, and Amy's a liar.
Okay.
Because I am not losing my hair. And if I was, I'd be the first to tell you. And my point in calling Bob Moore was to say, why don't you tell these guys in their infomercial if they want to use my name?
It's not an infomercial.
It's an infomercial.
Have you listened to the show?
No. Anybody who pays for... If you pay for an hour of advertising time, it's an infomercial. Whatever message you're getting out there, whatever products you're promoting...
You're not promoting any products.
Then why would you pay for an hour on the radio?
Because they can't get on any other way?
No. There's a bottom line here. Why do you pay for an hour on the radio? Why don't you be honest? I'm being honest.
You'd have to talk to Mr. Coburn about that.
Oh, so some things so why do you call my show if you can only answer some things? How do you guess Mr. Coburn makes his money?
He makes his money through the sponsors. He goes
out and sells advertising time. So it's an infomercial.
What does Mr. Coburn do when he's not doing the show?
What was that, Robin?
What does Mr. Coburn do when he's not doing that show?
He's written a best-selling book about hair loss. It's called Bald Truth.
So he gets on the air and he talks about people's hair loss, and he lies about who has hair and who doesn't.
It's not that at all.
So you're telling me Mr. Coburn is a liar? Is that what you're saying?
No,
that he lies on his show. I mean, the weekly. So what else is he? So what else is he lying about? And the Weekly World News has better sources than Mr. Coburn. Mr. Coburn.
Listen. It's a show about hair loss prevention and treatment.
Let me ask you, how many guys have you performed
Now, people are calling every week.
Let me ask you something. How many guys have you performed the act of fellatio on? Be honest.
0.
Let's be honest.
What does that have to do with your hair loss?
Because we think you have a fellatio problem.
Because I'm going to make accusations.
Let me ask you this.
Since you're telling me I have hair loss, I'll say I want to know how many guys you've performed fellatio on.
I haven't performed fellatio on any guys.
How many have performed it on you?
Well, that's
0.
a different story.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why were you so concerned? If you're not losing your hair, why were you guys so concerned? You seem to be very concerned about it.
It's not about whether I'm losing my hair. It's about you idiots paying money on my radio station where I am the anchor man and I'm the ratings winner, talking about me in a way that's untruthful. I don't want you mentioning my name.
What are we supposed to do? People mentioned it. We didn't even mention it. We never would have mentioned it.
Bleep it off the air. You know what? You two are nothing to me. You two, you and Mr. Coburn, are nothing to me. You are dirt. Like when I take a walk on the ground, you know how I don't think about it? I don't think about you and Mr. Coburn. I don't think about guys who have to pay to be on the radio. It's not interesting to me. And I don't have to even put up with you. I can have you fired tomorrow. That's ultimate power. I'm like the Godfather. Everyone is my bitch. I get them to do whatever I want.
I don't know
you're going to do what I want. You're going to shut up.
What did he just
You want to do a show, you talk about something you know about, which is like penis or something like that. Make that the topic.
I know about what I'm
You and Mr. Coburn should talk about penis.
Mr. Coburn.
Mr. Coburn.
Hand him the phone. He's there right now.
I think you need to speak to Mr. Coburn. I think this is Mr. Coburn.
Hey, listen, roll over and give the phone to Mr. Coburn.
There you go.
Why don't you call your show the Penis Hour?
Mr. Coburn and I.
Mr. Coburn, you would have to speak to Mr. Coburn.
It's not an infomercial. It's a very good show just because we buy the time.
Oh, you're so silly. Just because you buy the time.
But that's irrelevant.
What do you do when you're not doing that show?
So you're saying you're not losing your hair?
He sits and washes his head with douche das.
I just don't understand why you're so concerned about it.
Because I don't like people who lie, especially when they work for my company that I work for, and I'm the main breadwinner of this company.
But people are talking about it.
Yeah.
If I were a betting man, I'd say that you were losing your hair.
Well, whatever.
Well, let's bet.
You're not any kind of man.
Where's the bet?
How much money you got? Let's go for it.
50 grand.
Really?
Want to go 50 G's?
I'm willing to come in. We'll bring a top doctor.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at your head. If you're not losing your hair, you've got nothing to worry about.
And I'll provide the doctor.
Give us some money.
50 grand.
Come on.
Come on, let's put it up.
50 grand?
Yeah, 50 G's, douchebag.
Big shot.
I got more hair than you.
Hey, I'm not a big shot. I'm just a guy that works for the show.
Yeah, but you don't have the 50. You don't put your money where your mouth is. 50, 100 grand. Let's go.
If you're not losing your hair, why wouldn't you let us come in and settle the record?
I will. I want 50 to 100 grand.
And we'll be more than happy to talk about it on the show. If you're not losing your hair,
get out of here, you idiot.
Come here.
We checked it out.
And you can run your fingers through his hair.
You can run your fingers through my hair as soon as you give me some money. $50,000. That's what I want. You can pull on it, tug on it, do what you want.
Okay.
Go back to Mr. Coburn.
With the offer.
And see if you can't get some money together to come in. I'm telling you, I'm so confident that I'm not losing my hair since I own my own hair, that I'm willing to bet you 50 grand that I have all my own hair and that I'm not losing it.
And you could walk away with 50 grand, too. So let's do it.
Well, I'll have to discuss it with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I just you don't have 50 grand? You guys are busy buying your advertising time.
Mr. Coburn makes his money from the show.
Mr. Coburn. Tell Mr. Coburn to give you the money.
Well,
since he's your poppy.
I still don't understand why you're being so adversarial about it.
Who cares what you understand?
What, you're lying about me? You don't understand why I don't like it?
Didn't you I am not lying. It's coming up on the show. People are asking about, what are we supposed to do?
You're supposed to say, I don't know. I've never met Howard.
We do say that.
He brought it up on his show, and now people are calling about it.
Yeah, of course.
No, someone brought it up.
Please, and by the way, your show is dumb.
You've never heard it. How can you say that?
Because what are you going to teach people on a hair loss show? Tell me what you teach them. Do you sell them all those phony jive products?
You want to know what we teach them?
Yeah, tell me about how you teach them to buy all those phony jive products that aren't going to work anyway, you bald bastard.
That's exactly what we do not do.
Yeah, okay. What do you sell?
We don't sell anything.
You're such a friggin' liar.
Well, you said you had sponsors. Who are your sponsors?
Pharmacia is a sponsor.
Who?
Merck is a sponsor.
Who?
Pharmacia.
Yeah, Pharmacia. Oh, makers of Rogaine.
Merck is a sponsor.
Yeah, Merck is the maker of what? Because Merck is a pharmaceutical company.
Merck is the maker of Propecia.
Oh, I see.
But you asked what we do, right?
But it's not an infomercial. But it's not an infomercial.
It is not. It is
so how is the guy giving out credible information if he's receiving his money from drug companies? You filthy, stinking fake.
That's totally incorrect.
So you're receiving your money from drug companies. That's like a guy doing a health food show and then receiving all his money from some pharmaceutical company.
Right. Of course, every answer to every question is, we'll take Propecia or Rogaine.
I mean, well, how could that be interesting to people? And you know it doesn't work. You know what? You want to know what the cure for baldness is?
This is an FDA-approved product.
Robin just said it. A hat. A baseball cap. A wig. Those are the cures. Nothing's going to happen with Propecia.
But you asked about the show and what we do, right? And how could it be beneficial to people?
It's not.
Okay, if you're not losing your hair, that's great. You never had to worry about it.
I noticed you won't put up $50,000, though. That's what I think. Since you just said, I have a very good feeling you're losing your hair.
If I was a betting man.
No.
I think you might. If you're not, why couldn't you come in and check it out?
I welcome you to do it. Put up 50 G's.
You put your money in.
Why would you not put up the $50,000? You're so sure. Let's have a little bet. It'll be fun.
Come on, punk.
I'm willing to put up $50,000. I'll put it in escrow. You put it in escrow.
Can I get back to you on that one?
Sure. All
right.
Anytime you want.
So we can come in. We'll bring a top doctor.
No, you're not bringing any of your fake doctors. We're bringing in a real doctor we'll pick out of the phone book.
Top doctor with a banana head.
You know, that's the problem. You can't bring in a friend of yours.
Yeah, Dr. Bombay.
Yeah, Dr. Bombay. This is Dr. Cronin, or whatever his name is. Dr. Cobrin.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Cobrin.
He's not a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm a top doctor.
Mr. Cobrin.
I think you're being unnecessarily hard on us. Like I said,
who cares? I'm a man who deals in the truth.
We do too.
Well, then deal in it.
What are we dishonest about? Someone came on the show.
Yeah, and said.
They said they saw you in an elevator. They said you were losing your hair.
And what did you say? And what did you say?
We didn't say that. It's been coming up every week on the show, and you guys have been calling and saying we can't talk about it. Well, what are we supposed to do?
I don't want you mentioning my name.
If someone asks about it,
I don't care. Find something else to talk about.
Scary, wonderful show.
Yeah.
If we send someone in, we'll check it out. We'll check out your hair. Then
good. Let's do it. $50,000. $50,000
for the privilege.
All right. I will talk to Mr. Cobrin about that.
Mr. Cobrin. Why can't you call the guy by his first name, you
Spencer.
weirdo?
Okay.
Who? Spencer?
Spencer Cobrin.
I'll talk to... You can't even call the guy you work with Spencer. You call him Mr. Cobrin? You weird flake. All right, get out of here.
So...
Goodbye.
Come on.
So I already told him what he can do. Yeah. Put up $50,000 and come in and examine me.
You're being so hard.
Why can't we come in there and touch your head? I want you freak.
Yeah, I don't know where your hands have been.
I know where his hands have been.
Mike.
I don't want my head smelling like some ass.
My cure for baldness is Tony Coburn.
Yeah.
Tony Cobrin.
Tony Cobrin. She paints my head.
What an oddball.
What are we supposed to do?
I heard you said we can't talk about... Yeah, who cares about you? Just shut up. Shut the F up.
God,
all these guys, the only thing they can think of to talk about Howard Stern. Radio guys go, let's see, who's the top guy on radio? Okay, we'll talk about him.
What are we supposed to do? We got to talk about you.
Find something else to talk about. Leave me alone.
People are calling.
People are calling me. People are calling me and Mr. Cobrin.
We're busy.
Yeah, we'll find something else.
Mr. Cobrin.
Anyway, where were we?
on-air personality.
Mr. Coburn is the premier on-air personality in L.A.
He read a book called Bullshit.
Well, anyway, I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, so we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to a man.
It's such a big disappointment to learn that because I'm such a radio fan, and not just New York radio, and not just Howard and Opie and Anthony. You know, I love radio. I love Phil Hendry, Tom Likas. I even listen to Coast to Coast. I mean, I am a huge...
Howard tried to get me kicked off the air.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Please tell me that.
I think there's some stuff on... I have a video on YouTube. I'll make this story short, but years ago, when I first started here in Los Angeles, when I first moved to Los Angeles, we were doing the show, again, on an FM talk station, a Howard Stern station, and somebody called in and said that she worked in the same building as the old K-Rock, and she would see Howard in the elevator. And she would see him almost on a daily basis, and she was like, there's something going on with his hair. I'm telling you, in certain light, you can see scalp, and she actually said she thought she saw some netting.
Huh.
So I'm like, wow, this is a pretty interesting call. So we talked about it. People were asking my opinion, and I just said, look, I don't have an opinion. I don't know if he's wearing a wig or not. And frankly, it doesn't matter. But, you know, it was an interesting and fun call.
Okay.
So the next day, I get a call from the general manager here in Los Angeles saying that the Stern people called, and they are pissed. And you cannot piss off our number one money maker.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's up? And he goes, well, they're claiming that you said that he was bald, and he's very upset about it. I said, hey, listen. I said, this guy wouldn't be listening to the show if he didn't have an issue, in my opinion. But I never said that he was losing his hair.
It was a call.
And so it was pretty. They almost kicked me off the air. And
Holy
so
cow.
to try to make a long story short, my sidekick at the time, Dave Salazzo, called into the Stern show. They let him on, and they tried to really berate him. And at the end of the conversation, Stern says, I'll tell you what, you let Coburn come in here, I'll bet him $50,000. He can bring any doctor he wants. Bet him $50,000 I'm not losing my hair. So my guy said, okay, I'll ask Coburn. So he asked me, I said, all right, let's take the bet.
Of course, I'll take the bet, too.
Yeah, right.
We never heard back. We could not get back through.
That would have been interesting.
We couldn't speak to Gary anymore. They wouldn't return our calls. Sent him emails saying we'll take the bet.
Oh, no. I think Andrew's going to get a call now about how they
Yeah,
want to get kicked off the stick him.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to kick me off the stick him. That's a really interesting story.
I am not saying that he's losing his hair, but it's pretty fascinating the way it happened, and that he would take the time to deal. I'm such a small fry in the industry compared to him that he would try to get me kicked off the air.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's a really interesting story.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was kind of, it pissed me off at the time, and that's why I said, we'll take the bet and do all that stuff. I mean, it's 50 G's. It's a lot of money, but, I figured it's good press.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I even told them that, I would basically donate my winnings to charity, any charity that they chose.
Wow. That would have been really interesting. I wonder what the story's on their behalf,
Yeah, really.
what happened. Well maybe someone will get in touch with us
They're
from there.
They're going to say that it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Listen, I'm kind of friendly with Steve Grillo from the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Steve
met
had
Grillo quite a few times.
I'm sorry?
I've met Grillo quite a few times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So Grillo's he's an interesting cat. I would get loaded with him, and he worked in a few bars that I used to hang out at when I was, go back to New York. And he had a really bad hair transplant, and I'm like, all right, dude, we got to fix you. We got to try to do something for you. So we hooked him up with a doctor who repaired him. He doesn't look like he has a lot of hair, but at least he doesn't look like he has a pluggy hair transplant anymore.
Yeah.
And and he would talk about it on the Stern Show when he would go back to do like the intern stuff and things like that. And they didn't even want to hear my name.
That's so funny.
So there's definitely something going on.
Yeah, something's definitely going on there.
We talk about it. Gave them the facts, how I felt about it. But Dr. Bauman is someone who does a lot of facial hair transplants, and he was asked last week to talk about it on the Howard Stern Show. And what I think Howard expected was just a simple conversation about facial hair transplants. But Dr. Bauman, who is pretty media savvy and who I think really understands what people want to hear, asked Howard some pretty direct questions, and we're going to talk about that. Let me see if this is Dr. Bauman on the air right now. Dr. B, is that you?
It's me, Spencer. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? I can't complain.
I'm
doing fantastic. Get the soap out of your eye?
It's killing me. It's still it's a little red, but it's okay. I'll be fine.
Well, I'm glad you could step out of the shower and do the show for us.
Yeah, well, listen, it's hard work, but someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you do it every week, man. It's that is hard work.
So, listen, you were on Howard last week, right?
Yeah, I was on Tuesday morning.
And first of all, let people know why you were asked to be on. I did, but maybe you can explain it better than I did. And you can talk about your experience a little bit. And I'd love to play. I have a couple of clips that I want to play as well.
Oh, okay, great. Well, as you mentioned, beard hair transplants seem to be taking over the media, and we got contacted by the Howard show about beard hair transplantation. And I've been doing beard hair transplantation, actually, for many years before there were even hipsters.
That's right.
I don't know. I thought maybe like hipsters were like jeans or something like that years ago. I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, so here in South Florida, the Latino population is really concerned about their beards and mustaches, goatees, and things like that. I mean, it's a big sign of machismo,
of course,
and being macho, of course. And so, if there's, if they can't grow a full beard, then a lot of these patients have come to me for that. So that was the original discussion. And actually, I had a little bit of a pre-interview with some of Howard's staff the day before the show. And as a hair doctor, and also as a Howard Stern fan for many years, I have to say, I used to listen to Howard in the back of the bus coming home from school.
Sure.
When I was 13, 14 years old. We used to listen to AM radio when he was on WNBC in New York. And I followed him through his career. I haven't listened steadily all those years. There's some gaps in between, but he's always been there. And I've always seen his hair.
Right.
And I think that there's always been kind of a question in the back of everyone's minds. Well, gosh, this guy's a certain age, and look at his hair. It's phenomenal.
Well, and listen, it's always been the question, and what happened. I'm not going to say to me, but what I was involved in about a decade ago with Howard Stern, and sadly, I was on a local station here in Los Angeles, 97.1, the FM talk station, KLSX. It was a Howard Stern station. I was doing the Bald Show on the weekends. It was a Sunday broadcast, and listen. I knew that we had a big audience, but who knew that Howard and Howard's people actually listened to the Sunday night broadcast? Well, someone called in. Actually, someone came into the studio. That was a friend of my sidekick, Dave's, who claimed to work in the same building as Howard worked when he was doing the show from K-Rock. And she just mentioned that she saw Howard Stern in the elevator, and at least to her, it appeared that Howard was losing his hair. That was it. The phone started to ring off the hook, and people wanted to talk to her about this. Now, she asked me what I thought. I said I had no idea. I never met Howard Stern. I'm not the type of guy to go on and try to out celebrities about their hair loss. But I got a call Monday morning from the program director of the station saying that Howard and Howard's people called them over at KLSX and asked what the hell was going on. Why is this guy who has a Sunday weekend program talking about my hair on the air? And apparently he was very upset about it. And I was told never to speak. Well, I was asked never to speak about Howard's hair on my show again. And it was a pretty big rigmarole over just somebody claiming or saying that Howard may have some hair loss. So I think you kind of we discussed this. I mean, we were working together at that time, right?
Yeah, I think that was in the very beginning, right?
That was at the very beginning. That was at the very. So there was some sensitivity back then. But listen, I want to play some of your segment from this week, and we can kind of let the listeners get a sense of what went down. Let's see if I can make this happen.
Rid of all hair?
Yeah, it's just useless.
Really?
Except the hair on your head?
Except the hair. Problems here. Hold on for 1 sec.
Rid of all hair?
Let's try it again.
I don't know. I hope genetically in the future...
we get rid of all hair?
Yeah, it's just useless.
Really?
Except the hair on your head?
Except the hair on your head. You got to keep that. That's like key.
No doubt about that, Howard. Well, now, what about that hair on your head?
What about it?
Well, I mean, it's been amazingly thick and full. What's your secret?
My grandfather, my grandpa Sal, had full, like, black hair. He used to slick it back till he was, and I looked just like him. And he had full jet black hair till he was in his 80s, and then when he got like 90-something, it turned gray.
Now, I got to ask, doesn't he sound a little less comfortable than he usually sounds on the air?
Definitely.
I mean, doesn't it sound like he's kind of a little bit back on his heels, and he was not expecting that question?
Yeah, because, I mean, you didn't play the beginning of the clip. You know, it seemed like he was a little bit more interactive, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I asked him about his hair, you know, he almost like went cold on me a little bit, and it was kind of interesting to be on the other end of it.
It is interesting. Listen to the rest of this.
And he had big, thick head of hair, and I think I got lucky. That's my mom's
I mean,
dad.
look how dark it is. It's amazing. But your dad had some hair loss, though, right?
My dad's bald. I always just figured I'd be bald.
Uh-huh.
But it has nothing to do with the dad. Suppose someone told me it's your mother's father.
Well, it can come from both sides of the family, you know. I mean, it's not just the mom.
Yeah, your dad is in there, too.
I don't know, but I thank God for my head of hair. It's just so great because I got such a fucked up face. It's great.
Yeah, but, you know, it frames it, right? You always kind of wear it down, framing the face.
What am I going to do, put it up in a bun?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean? I know how I wear my hair.
Your hair is, you know, a cause for a lot of debate here, Howard.
Where?
Well, you know, there's some questions about, gosh, it's so thick and full. You know, how does he keep it that way?
Well, what's the debate?
Well, the debate is if it's real or not, you know.
Oh, yeah. People write me all the time and said, you must wear a wig. Oh, please. But,
and, you know, well, you can understand that, right? Because you have, like, a private hairstylist that travels with you, right?
I mean, when we do America's Got Talent, it's not private. She works.
I mean, listen to him. I've never heard him so timid.
Howard Stern at the Stuttering John.
Dude, let me tell you something. It was gangsta. You really, it was pretty amazing. Listen to the rest of this.
For a lot of people.
We see her all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what they do in show business. They have a hair and makeup person that dolls you up. We all have it. The only person on America's Got Talent doesn't have he's got a makeup person, but he doesn't have his hair, is Howie Mandel.
He doesn't have any hair to worry about except that little patch under his, under his lip there, right?
Wait, okay. Hey, Dr. Babin, let me get back on top.
He was flustered. He didn't even know how to react to you.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, my heart was racing just listening to that again, actually.
Well, you know, it was interesting. First of all, you did a great job, and I thought it took a lot of balls to even present that line of questioning the way that you did. You did a great job.
Well, it's on everybody's mind. It was on my mind. I mean, how could I be on the show and not ask about that?
Well, I think it would be a disservice to hair loss sufferers around the world who are listening to Howard, you know, throughout the country and, of course, online. And obviously that is a question in everybody's mind. I prefer not even to voice my opinion about it. You know, and I made that clear a long time ago. I am not here to tell you guys whether or not I think Howard Stern's hair is real. I mean, frankly, I don't care. But he was so pissed at me and at the program years ago that, you know, I decided to actually have Dave at the time, my intern. Well, he wasn't my intern. He was actually my sidekick at the time. Started off as an intern. Call the show to ask him about why he was so upset and just to kind of get a reaction from him. And I mean, he really went off on Dave. I have a couple of clips here. Maybe you guys want to listen. Let's see.
I don't mean to be adversarial. I'm just saying this has come up on the show, and I know we're asked not to talk about it, but people are calling.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you?
Well, they told us we shouldn't talk about it.
Talk about what?
Talk about your hair loss.
I don't have hair loss. I have more hair than you do. Why would you go ahead and keep saying I have hair loss if I don't?
Yeah, why are you talking about a hair loss? It doesn't exist.
You know, I think you're being unnecessarily hard on us. You know, like I said,
who cares? I'm a man who deals in the truth.
We do too.
Well, then deal in it.
What are we dishonest about? Someone came on the show.
Yeah, and said.
They said they saw you in an elevator. They said you were losing your hair.
And what did you say? And what did you say?
We didn't say that. It's been coming up every week on the show. And you guys have been calling and saying we can't talk about it. Well, what are we supposed to do?
I don't want you mentioning my name.
If someone asks about it,
I don't care. Find something else to talk
about. Now, listen. You have to realize the position that I was in back, 10 years ago. Now, what Howard didn't say And, what he was trying to imply was that we were somehow just advertisers on KLSX. Well, the truth of the matter is, when I first was asked to be on that station, I was working in New York. CBS, a salesperson from CBS Radio here in Los Angeles, contacted me and basically wanted to license the broadcast so that they can then sell it on their station in Los Angeles. We made a deal. I was getting a check every week for 1 hour of my broadcast from CBS Radio for $500. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot of money, and, technically I was not working for KLSX, but CBS was paying me for my broadcast. So we were not paying for advertising until the guys at CBS, when I initially made the deal with them, I said, listen, I'm a consumer advocate. I can only allow certain companies to advertise in the program because I'm really trying to guide people in a safe direction. They agreed. I gave them the list. They agreed not to sell the broadcast to these particular companies who were in Los Angeles. Well, lo and behold, because they saw how much money they could make, they began selling to the large chain clinics, to, companies that I absolutely could not endorse. And I had to go to them and say, listen, either you stop doing this or I'm going to take the show off the air. And I was doing really well in Los Angeles. I didn't want to take the show off the air. So I asked them how much it would cost me to buy the airtime. And that's how that started. And I find it interesting that the only thing that Howard was able to talk about during this entire, basically he was trying to demean Dave on the air. He was trying to deflect from the whole hair loss thing and just say that, we weren't even a real radio show. And at the time, it kind of pissed me off, but I get it. Who wants to go there? If you're that sensitive about your hair, whether he has hair loss or not, obviously there was a chord that was struck. So apparently he was very, very upset. And I got to tell you, this is over 10 years ago. I think you got him even more upset, Doc.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, he did not recover well from that. He went home. When was it? Tuesday. He went home Tuesday, and he probably bugged his wife or his girlfriend. Is he married? Or his girlfriend about asking her a million times, "Does my hair look fake?"
Yeah. Well, gosh, I don't know. I could certainly imagine. What he was dealing with. You remember my dad wore a hairpiece for many, many years, and I remember him struggling with it. And but
I want to make it clear that I'm not saying that Howard Stern is wearing a hairpiece, but that is what people think.
I don't know either.
Right. That is what people think.
At the photos,
experts in the field have said that they believe that Howard's hair is not his own. But what I found interesting about it 10 years ago is that he was so concerned about, this guy that does his little hair loss show on the weekends. That's what really was interesting to me. And, we actually have, and we're going to talk more about this and also talk about the fact that Howard Stern bet me on the air $50,000 that his hair was real. And he said that we can come in there, we can check out his hair, we can bring a doctor, and all we have to do is put up $50,000. Now, I accepted the bet, but for some reason, Howard never got back to us. So we're going to talk about that in a sec. So, Doc, let me put you on. I'm not going to put you on hold. I'm going to keep you potted up. And wait, hold on. Let me see if I can do that right. Hey, is this Chauncey?
It is. Can you hear me okay?
How are you, man? Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah, you sound loud and clear. I have you on speakerphone.
Hey, listen, man, I really appreciate you calling in. And, for those who don't know, Chauncey Hayden was a big part of the Howard Stern Show for many years. Chauncey, how long were you connected to the show?
18 long years.
I don't even want to get into that, why they were so long. But, what do you think about this whole thing? Why do you think Howard was so pissed at me? Why do you think Howard seemed to really get his hackles up when Dr. Bauman was asking him about his hair on the air that last week? What are your thoughts on the situation?
My thoughts are it's always been a real sensitive issue with Howard. And honestly, why would it be a sensitive issue if it wasn't something that was problematic for Howard himself? You know, I mean, thou protest too much is how I look at it.
Well, I mean, listen, you know what I find interesting, you know, and I'm going to play this clip in a second, but, you know, he got on the air and he berated my sidekick Dave, basically saying that we were an infomercial and that we were selling all kinds of lousy products or whatever it is. But the truth of the matter is, you know, Howard Stern took advertising dollars, or the company that he worked for took advertising dollars from some of the worst in my view. And Howard did personal reads, you know, for companies and for hair transplant surgeons that, in my view, really harmed a lot of people. You were one of the guys who were harmed by one of his sponsors.
Oh, it was, and not just me, Billy West, Steve Grillo. There was a slew of us that got our surgery for free, and it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster, but that was all under the Stern umbrella. You know, we were all bamboozled at the time.
And that's what I found interesting when I was listening to that at the time. And it was fine. Listen, it was great publicity for the show. I was newly on the air. It was really good for what we did and also for book sales. So I want to thank Howard Stern for that. But he really focused on the idea that, you know, he was this big shot in radio and that we were out there just trying to get his goat and trying to ride on his coattails and talk about his hair loss, when the fact of the matter is, I mean, we did a hair loss show. I would never have brought that up if a caller didn't come in and say she, with her own eyes, saw Howard and believed that he was not wearing his own hair, or that what was on his head was not his own hair. What are we supposed to do with that, Chauncey? We're not supposed to talk about it?
Well, of course. Well, you know, I could talk forever about this. I have so many viewpoints on it, and I can tell you from you know, my own expertise. I myself, you know, once the transplants went horribly wrong, switched over to a hairpiece.
Right.
And I know the industry very well. I know the look very well. And I know the good ones from the bad ones. And I can spot one 100 miles away. And when you look at Howard and you look at that hair, and you know, I'll tread lightly how I say this, but a company that I went to, you probably know them, called Farrell.
Sure.
You know Farrell?
I do. Actually, Howard used to advertise. He used to do live reads for Farrell.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever saw a picture of the CEO of the company, I believe his name was Richard Farrell.
Right.
You look at him, look at his hair, and then look at Howard, and look at Howard's hair. It's almost identical. They have the identical style, the identical hair.
Dr. Bauman, he's killing me here. How am I supposed to react to this?
Well, it's interesting because, how are you supposed to react? Well, I mean, look, when I put the word out that I was going to be on the show, I got some of that same information on my Twitter feed and also on my Facebook page. And people were literally, you know, putting the pictures together and saying, look, it's the same make and model. So, you know. Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, guys. Come on.
No, and it's, you know, so look, if we're talking about how celebrities handle their hair loss situation, right? I mean, we have to try to get to the bottom of it. And how does it relate to the average person? I mean, that's how I think about it.
Right.
You know, and if Howard Stern is having trouble with it, then you can imagine that there are tens of millions of other guys out there who are having trouble with it. And it's not just guys in their 20s; it's guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and on up. Right? How old is Howard this year?
He's like 60 years old, I think. But this is how I look at it. Maybe because I do this for a living, but I tell the world that I paint my scalp. Now, what's worse? You know what I mean? I mean, as far as, you know, when people freak out. If I'm at a party and people ask me about what I do, and they're like, "Oh, your hair looks pretty full," I kind of show them the paint job. I'm like, I still have a lot of hair, but I paint my scalp. I will fill in the hairline if I'm not feeling good about it that day or whatever. And there's a little bit of look of mortification, but then they're kind of like, well, it looks good. You know, they don't think twice about it after a while. Why can't other people in the limelight just be honest about what they do? Because so many people are suffering.
I can answer that. I can give you a really good answer to that. And you have to look at someone in the limelight like Howard. His hair has always been his trademark, his brand has been his hair. And the problem is that we all age. We all get older. Nobody can keep it tight and firm forever.
Right.
And that's our face, our eyes, our chest, our legs, and our hair. Our hair. Howard looked at it at his hair almost as a Corvette he kept in the garage, sparkly and shiny. But that's not life. He would have been better off letting his hair age with his face. But what the mistake Howard has made, and why people talk about it now more than they did even years ago, is because, and I see this mistake all the time, he's not letting his hair age with his face. And it gets to a point where it starts to look bizarre. You can tell me how you feel about it, but that's when I see Howard, I see an old face with 20-year-old hair, and that's why people point and start to laugh.
Yeah, well, I think that's a pretty common issue for a lot of guys, and I always talk about guys. You know, people ask me why. Like on camera, you can't really see it, but I'm very salt and pepper, and people always ask me, especially Andrew Zarian for some reason, why I don't dye my hair. Well, you know, I think first of all, if I dye my beard, I would look like a magician. I think it looks ridiculous on most people. And, you know, I mean, I'm going gray. You know, I'm just thankful that I have the hair that I have. I'm not trying to fool people into making them to believe that I'm, you know, 30 years old. I'm not. I'm a year and a half away from 50. That's just the way that it is. So why not try to, you know, age as gracefully as possible? Now, it's interesting that you're talking about how Howard, he didn't grow into his hair, because there is some stuff that I was sent from. I sent a video from 1981 when he was 27 years old, and I think that this is pretty telling. Let me see if I can play this. I'm just going to play the audio of it.
And I'm sorry to report, Howard, that there is no acceptable cure for baldness.
Well, why are you sorry to report it? Thank God I'm not bald.
Well, I thought that you were having some problems.
What do you mean I'm having some problems?
Losing a little bit of hair?
No, why do I look like I'm going bald?
Is your brush getting a little bit more full?
It is, though, but I don't think I'm losing my hair.
Well, it has to start somewhere, Howard.
But I'm 27 years old. Wouldn't I have lost my hair already if I was going to lose it?
Not necessarily. You know, it could be starting now.
Oh, my God. If I lose my hair, I will be so ugly.
Let me see your forehead.
Yeah.
It's receding, Howard.
It is receding?
It is receding, yes.
You think my hairline is receding?
Well, let me tell you, Howard, doctors at the University of Indiana find that even implants are dangerous and ineffective, so you don't even have any hope there. They researched 4 men who had the implants of either real hair or synthetic fiber, and they found it causes painful swelling of the face and head about 5 days after surgery, and then the hair starts to fall out, and the implants fall out spontaneously after 12 weeks.
You really think my hair is receding?
Well, I do think you're losing it.
My hair is receding?
All right, so this is 1981.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So, I mean, I listen, I'm not here to judge. I have no real clue. I have never met Howard in person. And I'm not here to out celebrities. But, I mean, what do you say to that?
I say guilty as charged. You know, it's one of the things that helps Howard, and believe me, I'm not trying to make fun of him. I just find it so fascinating. The vanity is what I find fascinating, the extreme vanity. And especially for those of us who have been there, we can relate to it. So there's a connection. One of the things that helps Howard Stern is his height. You know,
Sure.
He always towers above everybody else in the room. And that has always been a real strong card for him to play. Most people of average height, when they wear these things, all the little flaws come out. People can see underneath the mesh, or they can see a little bit of glue, or they see something not quite in place. You know, even the really good ones. Howard is like 6'4".
Right.
Everybody's so far below him. You really don't get that opportunity, you know? And not only that, most people don't even get that close anymore to even look at it. But you know, I'm looking at a picture now on the internet, a current picture, one of the most recent pictures, and I really have to laugh because it really does look like one of those crazy old mop head mesh hair pieces. You just don't even see those anymore. You know, it's
that's well. Listen, that's certainly not my opinion. You know, that's your commentary. But the truth is, he has a lot of anger, and he had anger 10 years ago. And you know, for him to actually call or have Gary call Bob Moore, he actually said he called on the air, but have Bob Moore to let him know that we were somehow talking about his hair and that we shouldn't be allowed to do that. To me, that speaks volumes. And I think that's a pretty big issue. I want to play this. See what you think.
You know, I think you're being unnecessarily hard on us. You know, like I said,
who cares? I'm a man who deals in the truth.
We do too.
Well, then deal in it.
What are we dishonest about? Someone came on the show.
Yeah, and said.
They said they saw you in an elevator. They said you were losing your hair.
And what did you say?
And
what did you say?
We didn't say that. It's been coming up every week on the show. And you guys have been calling and saying we can't talk about it. Well, what are we supposed to do?
I don't want you mentioning my name.
If someone asks about it,
I don't care. Find something else to talk about.
Scary, wonderful show.
Yeah.
If we send someone in, we'll check it out. We'll check out your hair. Then
good. Let's do it. 50 grand. 50 grand.
For the privilege. 50 grand. I will talk to Mr. Coburn about that.
Mr. Coburn. Why can't you call the guy by his first name, you weirdo?
Spencer. Okay.
Who? Spencer?
Spencer Coburn.
I'll talk to... You can't even call the guy you work with Spencer. You call him Mr. Coburn? You weird flake.
So you're saying you're not losing your hair?
He sits and washes his head with douche das.
I just don't understand why you're so concerned about it.
Because I don't like people who lie, especially when they work for my company that I work for, and I'm the main breadwinner of this company.
But people are talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, if I were a betting man, I'd say that you were losing your hair.
Well, whatever.
Well, let's bet.
Who
You're
cares
not
what
any
you think?
kind of man.
Where's the bet?
How much money you got? Let's go for it.
50 grand.
Really?
Want to go 50 G's?
I'm willing
You
to
and
come
Mr.
in. We'll bring a top doctor.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at your head. If you're not losing your hair, you've got nothing to
And
worry
I'll provide
about.
the doctor.
Give us some money.
50 grand.
Come on.
Come on, let's put it up.
50 grand?
Yeah, 50 G's, douchebag.
Big shot.
I got more hair than you.
Hey, I'm not a big shot. I'm just the guy that works for the show.
Yeah, but you don't have the 50. You don't put your money where your mouth is. 50, 100 grand. Let's go.
If you're not losing your hair, why wouldn't you let us come in and settle the
I
record?
will. I want 50 to 100 grand.
And we'll be more than happy to talk about it on the show. If you're not losing your hair,
Get out of here, you idiot.
Come here.
We
pay
checked
him
it out.
money, and you can run your fingers through his hair.
You can run your fingers through my hair as soon as you give me some money. $50,000. That's what I want. You can pull on it, tug on it, do what you want.
Okay.
So the funny part of that is, Dave came back to me and he said, "Listen," and I wasn't up at the time because I was actually in Los Angeles when this happened, and he said, "You know, they want to bet $50,000. What do you think?" And I said, "Call him back and take the bet. Call him back and tell him that Mr. Coburn will take that bet." And you know what? We could never get through.
Heard from him.
Never, ever heard from him. And this is what I said, and I said this on the air. Not only will I take the bet, but the winnings will go to the charity of his choice. So I don't even want his money. Let's just do this. Whoever wins, the money goes to charity. And that's it. Didn't hear a thing. Now, you know, what do you say to that? How do you deal with that?
I don't know. I you know what? Again, I say that if he had nothing to worry about, he would do more. He would say, "Robin, come here, pull on it, tug on it. You notice how he defends it to a certain point, and then you can't get close to him or near him, and he won't touch it or let anyone else touch it. If I had real hair on my head and people were questioning it, you know how fast I would dispel that rumor? I could do it in a heartbeat. Why doesn't he? You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if it adds anything to this conversation or not, but we were talking about Farrell a few moments ago.
Yeah.
I'll just say this, and you can form your own opinion. So I was considered at the time a VIP client of Farrell because I had a show on ABC News. I was on Fox News. I was on TV quite a bit, so they're more discreet about people that have a career that's in the public.
You got the back room, the whole thing.
Yeah, they have a special VIP room where you get your hair done in his New York office at the time. And on the wall of that particular cubicle, where you would go to get your hairpiece glued back on.
There's a picture of Howard Stern.
Not just Howard, but every celebrity you can think of that is a known hair replacement wearer.
Interesting.
It just seems very odd to me that you would have a list of those people, 8x10 photographs of them, and Howard in that room.
Well, and listen, I couldn't agree more. And, Dr. Bauman, we know you've kind of made it clear that there's a question out there, at least, throughout all the professionals in the field. And I think that, Alan, you still there?
Yes, I'm here, man.
Yeah.
I'm here.
And I think that you've definitely made a tremendous impression. I think what you did was important. And I don't know if you were just trying to get a rise out of him or you really, I think that you really kind of wanted to help answer a lot of people's questions. And I'm sure when people found out you were going to be on Stern, that was the first thing they probably asked you was his hair real?
Well, absolutely. It was the first thing that I thought of. I got to ask him about his hair. Just so you know, I mean, I had a little bit of a discussion with Will, one of the producers, and he was, he actually seemed kind of fine. Like, said, no problem, ask him, it'd be great. So I kind of got a little bit of encouragement to go ahead and ask. I did,
and I'm glad you did. And I think
I did.
You did a great job. Now
I had to ask. I mean, there was no way I was going to go on the show. For better or for worse, there was no way I was going on with Howard Stern and not ask him about his hair. I had to.
Well, what's interesting? First of all, I think he treated you with and you treated him with respect too. But he treated you with a lot more respect than he would have treated me if I was to go on the program and ask him about his hair. Possibly because you're a physician, and I also think you kind of caught him off guard. I'm surprised that his producer didn't tell him that you were probably going to ask him about his hair, because it did not seem as though he was prepared for that.
Well, can I chime in and ask, because I'm out of the loop there, what was the segment for? What was the purpose of the visit?
Well, the segment was actually about beard transplants. So this hipster craze in New York and also Latinos here in South Florida are looking for beard transplants, taking hair from the back of their head and implanting it into their goatees or mustache areas or sideburns. And it's kind of a trendy thing. So we were talking about that.
Okay. All right.
So that was the primary topic. And I honestly didn't know how much time I was going to have with Howard, but I wanted to ask him, so I kind of moved the conversation to that direction quickly.
Listen, Andrew Zarian wants to say something to you guys. Hey, Andrew, you there?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, this is a phenomenal segment.
Well, what do you think? I mean, is it... listen, I don't want to even put my opinion out there because the truth of the matter is it doesn't make a difference, and I've never wanted to out celebrities. But, I mean, I think that Howard unfortunately put himself in this position.
Oh, 100%. But before I say that, you know why he was nice to Dr. B? Because he knows that he may need him one day. It's an option for him. Listen, Spence, whenever I call you all here and I tell you, if I need a hair transplant, what do I say? Who do I say I'm going to go to?
I'm going to go to Dr. B, of course.
I say that every single time we're on the phone. No, listen, I don't know. I've, as Joe from Staten Island would say, I've done a lot of research on Howard's hair, and it's bizarre, man. I mean, the entire thing is just really bizarre. Either he has the greatest hairline for a 60-year-old I've ever seen. I mean, it's unbelievable.
But it's beyond the hairline.
But wait a minute, Andrew, I mean, yes, but this is the question. This is why there's a little bit of a question that's out there, because I've yet to see a photo of the hairline.
Whatever I've seen, Dr. B, it does not look good.
I will tell you about Andrew. Andrew's an expert. Andrew comes into my car, whatever it is. This guy is staring at my hair. Like, he makes me feel so uncomfortable. He has looked at me from every possible angle. He's looking for the paint.
I'm a victim of that stare as well, Spencer.
Chauncey picks that stare up every Wednesday. We go out to do a show, and we'll sit at the bar, and I just stare at him. I just evaluate everything on his face.
Yeah, but you're like sticking your finger in the hairline. You want to see if you can get any paint off. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. It really is.
Well, it's reassuring to Chauncey that he's not the only one.
Say that again?
It's reassuring to Chauncey now because he always thought he's the only one that goes through that, but it's everybody.
Well, it's true because you're hyper focused on hair, and you want to see. I mean, but Chauncey talks about the damage that was done to him, and
oh my God, it's really bad. I mean, we've had conversations off the air, and on the air, Chauncey's. A lot of people may think he's an ass or whatever, but I've got to know Chauncey, and he's one of my closest friends, and Jessica's my wife's closest friends. And
I don't think anybody thinks Chauncey's an ass. Why would you say that?
No, I don't know, Chauncey. Why would anyone think that you're an ass?
I can't imagine why you would say such a thing.
Chauncey had in his previous magazine that he was the editor of. He had a segment called the A-Hole of the Week.
Yeah.
And he one time selected a man that tried to commit suicide. So,
oh my God.
Maybe that's why. But Chauncey, you brought up something interesting, and a lot of people forget. Billy West went to one of those like advertised doctors, and from what I know, after it was botched, that's when his relationship with Howard kind of fell apart.
Oh, absolutely! I'm telling you, there was a lot of animosity towards Howard with Billy and with Steve Gorillo. It was awful. It was like he used his staff as guinea pigs to keep the advertising dollars coming in.
Well, and that's what I found, and that's what I kind of, I have to admit I was offended when he told Dave that basically the only thing we do with our program is that we are selling like Fugazi products or something, when that couldn't be further from the truth. We were really trying to guide people in a safe direction, not accepting the ad dollars that the Howard Stern show would accept. And Howard, I remember one ad, I'm not going to say who it was for, but he said, these guys do such a good job. The hair looks so natural that he's tempted to pull out his own hair and have a hair transplant.
Are we talking about the guys that hired the sanitation workers to do the procedures?
No, this is actually a local company in Los Angeles. But that's how he would, and listen, he was great at what he did. Radio is about advertising.
You know what?
And you got to realize too, at the time, Howard had the country hypnotized. If Howard endorsed it, you believed in it. That's what made him a billionaire. If Howard Stern said, I am vouching for this company, I believe in this product, he was so popular in those days that you didn't even give it a second thought. You just did it. You bought it.
And that's a great point, because Dr. Bauman was a big fan of Howard. He was saying how he listened to Howard as a kid. And I mean, when you would hear these ads, Dr. Bauman, especially when you first got into the industry, I mean, you probably didn't think twice because you just figured it was a radio show.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember radio ads for hair transplant surgeons. I honestly, I don't remember.
You just pushed that out of your memory.
Hearing that, no, it didn't click with me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I remember like seeing Hair Club for men as a kid, on infomercials and stuff. But I don't remember hearing those ads. I mean, I'm sure that they were playing constantly, but I just don't. I don't remember that.
Well, what was interesting is, listen, what Howard Stern does is obviously he's an entertainer, but the only reason he is able to do what he does is because he's able to sell advertising. That's what radio is all about. So I felt it was really, I thought it was really interesting that he was somehow trying to demean Dave on the air or the Bald Show on the air when his job is.
I don't think it was a Bald Show. I think it's more Dave, because I would have done the same if he had called into my show.
You're so Dave did a great job, man.
Oh, he was.
Let me tell you something. That appearance, Dave's appearance on that show, changed the complexion of the Bald Truth.
Yeah, because he was a train wreck. I mean, he was just a bumbling idiot.
That's the point. That was the whole point of Dave. Why do you think he called me Mr. Coburn? I told him to call me Mr. Coburn.
Oh, my God. He really, I've listened to, I actually, what's funny, Chauncey, you and I have listened to that clip together at Sapphires.
Yeah.
We've listened to that entire clip, and I think Chauncey was saying, I just want to punch this guy in the stomach. I can't tolerate his voice.
Well, listen, Dave was money, man. Dave was money. You guys just don't get it.
No, I guess I don't.
You don't get it. So, Dr. B, listen, I want to give you more of an opportunity. I want these guys to hold on too. I mean, did you want to talk about beard hair transplants at all? Because I think you know what. I don't know if you know what my opinion is. My opinion is this, and I'll put it out there. I think that it's a procedure that's been around for a long time. A lot of people have been helped. Guys who have had accidents, burn victims, guys who have had cleft lips or cleft palates, and then they had their lips, put together, and guys who just have a less robust mustache or beard line. They want their goatee connected. It's a great procedure if it's done right. But the way that it's being presented is though you can kind of get a designer beard. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about seeing that as the fashion trend, But then again, we don't see a lot of hipsters here in Miami, Florida. So maybe that's the issue. But yeah, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. I've seen and done beard hair transplants for many, many years for exactly the type of guys that you're talking about. Scars, injuries, trauma, guys with cleft lip repair who have that scar, who need to have that covered or to fill in different areas. And the other thing that we see actually here in Florida is men who have had facelifts done.
Right.
Who lose their sideburn areas or who have scars in that location.
Well, what's interesting, and you mentioned that, guys who have facelifts, to me, there's the telltale sign of a guy who has a facelift, even a good one, is that, you have a little separation between your beard and your ear area. There's a little, there's no hair there. That is pulled back, and all of a sudden there's a beard line growing, like, basically from your ear.
I can't remember which celebrity said that he had a facelift pulled so tight he has to shave behind his ear. I can't remember who.
But that's a telltale sign, and I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? Do you have these guys? Do these guys come in? Do they want hair, laser hair removal?
Well, that's a great question, and no, I've never recommended that to somebody, but I've never really seen a severe case of that. But the sideburn gets very thin because that's the area that's pulled and removed.
Right.
Right, so it's pulled back, and that's the part that's resected. That's the part that's eliminated.
Well, isn't that referred to as a Mickey Rourke?
Oh, don't get me started on that. But yeah,
that's a whole other show.
Maybe he's the one who's shaving behind his ears. I don't know. But to thicken out the sideburn, you can transplant hair there. And Asians too. There's a certain amount of Asian population that have some difficulty with thicker facial hair. So. That's the other segment of the population. So yeah, I think maybe the media has kind of pushed the envelope a little bit, working on the hipster craze, and then, as you say, the designer beard.
I was interviewed by a magazine that's connected to a major newspaper in New York, and at least according to the reporter, they're going to change the tone of their story based on speaking with me. Now, I don't know if that's true because sometimes these editors really want to stick to what they want to stick to. But I just wanted people to know the truth because here in Los Angeles, there are guys who are getting their hands on the NeoGraft or on other devices who are, they're cosmetic surgeons or even plastic surgeons, and they are now promoting beard hair transplants just because of that article. Mm. It's unbelievable to me. And, well, it isn't unbelievable because I know the nature of the industry. But there's going to be so many people that are harmed, and it's just the way that the media works based on these stories. I'm glad that they were at least able to contact you and guys like Jeff Epstein, some other guys who have had experience with beard hair transplants. But what happens is people think it's a one-size-fits-all situation. And, if they read about it in a newspaper and they see a local guy doing it, they think the local guy is going to be able to do it as good as well as you can do it.
Yeah, and that's a big problem because there's artistry involved, and obviously, the beard, if you don't have a lot of density there, it could eat up a lot of hair.
Of course,
you could be harvesting until the cows come home to fill up a full beard.
Well, listen, Doc, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the program. We've been on the air for an hour. I think you had a lot of balls to approach Howard the way that you did because it was done right. You really did. I don't think you meant to put his back against the wall. It was just the way that he reacted. You were just asking a reasonable line of questions.
Yeah, and it was kind of surprising just to be in the interview and to hear him just kind of almost distance himself a little bit because usually he's very, I think very close to the person he's interviewing. So yeah, it was a weird feeling, but we did get a lot of good information out there about because he was concerned about scarring, and he asked about modern hair transplants, and of course, FUE and minimally invasive work. We got into some of that, and even transgender stuff. I mean, you didn't even touch on the quintessential Howard Stern question was, can we take pubic hair and move it?
Well, that's too obvious. It's not. That's something I don't even need to touch. Where can people listen to the entire segment?
Oh, well, that's a great question. Well, I did not upload the segment. Many fans of Howard, I've already put it up on YouTube.
Right.
But if you go to my blog, it's actually, there's a link to it on my blog. So it's baumanblog.com. You can see the segment there today. It's the most recent blog post.
Very, very cool. And listen, like Andrew Zarian, he's a real pain in the ass. And if he says that he's going to choose you if he decides to have a hair transplant, I think that means a lot.
Well, I appreciate that, and we've been talking to Andrew for years about from genetic testing to.
He doesn't even listen. If he goes in for a hair transplant, I'll kill him at this point. He doesn't need one.
Well, what if people ask for the Andrew Zarian beard, though? See, that's what I want to know.
The beard is insane right now.
Yes, you gotta post up a recent picture. Is it the same on the profile?
No, it's even more now. I mean, I've been going crazy. I'm on this crazy diet now. I'm down 15 pounds, and I've let my hair grow. My beard is growing, and I just look insane.
He's like Jesus. Listen,
I'd like to call out Andrew Zarian's beard.
Wait, hold on for 1 second. Go ahead, Chauncey.
I would like to call out Andrew on his beard, his goatee. I want to tug on that thing because I don't think that's real.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know. It's so dark. I'm telling you, I made the magician joke. Like if I would dye my beard, I'd look like a magician. He does look like a magician.
We got stopped in the street. Spencer and I went out to Jack's in Uncle Jack's in Manhattan on Valentine's Day. We had a very nice date.
It was lovely.
I got stopped on the street by some girl, and she goes, I know you from somewhere. And my go-to response was, oh, you probably know me from the Bryant Park Hotel. I do magic right outside. And she believed it.
She's like, yeah.
I've seen you do magic.
Listen, Dr. B, I appreciate the time. I think you did a great job on Howard Stern. And if anyone who wants to contact Dr. Bauman directly, of course, you can go to baumanmedical.com, or you can go to the IHRS website, or there's many ways to find him. And Dr. B, any parting words?
No, that's it. It's been great to kind of rehash it. My heart was racing again as you played the clips.
Why? You did such a great job. You really did. It wasn't. I mean, I don't think it was insulting in any way. You were just asking a very reasonable line of questions.
Well, I appreciate that, and the fans, even the Stern fans, support that. I mean, the Twitter feed blew up, and the Facebook page. So people were supportive and also wanted to know what was going on, and they felt they felt that the question.
Look, I'm the one who may get some shit tomorrow, so don't even worry about it. All right, Doc. Listen, thanks a lot.
All right, well, at least maybe then we'll have something to talk about next week.
That's right. That's right. Listen, take care.
All right. So thanks so much for having me on.
Oh, you got it. My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right.
Dr. Alan Bauman, you can check him out, baumanmedical.com. And, of course, you can go to the IHRS. We got a lot of calls. We're on the air with Andrew Zarian and Chauncey Hayden, who has some real, personal, I mean, he works with the Howard Stern Show for 18 years. He has his own feelings about whether or not Howard, either just owns his own hair or if that's really growing out of his head. So,
I'll tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, knowing Howard for those 18 years, and the one thing I can tell you, and I hate to say this because I'm not a big fan of negativity, but I swear Howard is not an honest guy. There are things that I know for a fact Howard says on the air that he said publicly that I know is false. He said things about myself that, like, Howard, you even know that's not true. And he says it over his airwaves. So it's very hard to believe him with anything he says because he'll say anything and paint it as the truth. And that, unfortunately, is the truth.
Well, that's interesting that you said that because, and that's just something that really bugged me. And this is, early on in my radio career. And I know that if he actually spoke to Bob Moore would have gave him the reality of my program. The fact that CBS was paying me the $500 for the hour for the licensing. The fact that, yes, I chose to then basically buy my time because they were selling it to advertisers who I couldn't deal with and I didn't want to promote. And in the end, it was, from an entrepreneurial point of view, it was a much better move. Also, the fact that, he claimed that he could, if he wanted to, he can get me fired from the station. He couldn't have got me fired from the station because, frankly, at the time, for a weekend program to get a 2.7 share was unheard of. And the radio station, from what I was told, was using my program as an example to sell time to other people, to say, look what this guy's been able to do and look at the success he's been able to have. The stations were being kept afloat by weekend advertising, not by Howard Stern at the time. So right. It was all bullshit in my view. And, but what was I going to do? Was I going to go out there and fight Howard Stern for what? It wasn't, no. It was just very interesting to hear him go on. And you heard the segment with Dave. And yeah, Dave could have been a little bit more, on his feet, a little more forceful, but it worked. It worked for what it was. But listen, guys, we're going to have to take a break. Chauncey, I don't know if you want to hold on. It's up to you. I don't know if you have to go, but I know that Andrew Zarian's holding on. We're going to take some calls. What do you say?
I'll hang out.
All right, awesome, man.
I love the topic. Anything to do with this, I can't get enough of it.
All right, well, listen, so you hold on. 888-659-3727 is the toll-free number. That's 888-659-3727. I'm Spencer Coburn. You're listening and watching The Bald Truth. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. Thank you so much for hanging out today, joining the broadcast. We are live, of course, from my studio here in Los Angeles, from my home. And our callers up with us tonight. We have Chauncey Hayden, who was with the Howard Stern Show for 18 years. He is the host of the Chauncey Hayden Show, and also he is the editor-at-large. And what's the name of your magazine now, Chauncey?
Metropolis Nights Magazine.
Metropolis Nights Magazine. Of course, we have Andrew Zarian. I think Andrew's still on the air. Hold on. Andrew, is that you? I guess not. Andrew dropped off. Who's this, man? You're on the air.
Am I on the air?
Holy shit. Joe from Staten Island's on the air now. You see what happens, Andrew? You dropped off the line, and now we got Joe from Staten Island. Hey, Joe, what's happening?
Well, I'm here at 9 p.m. to give my weekly update.
Okay.
Live Bald Truth.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I'm going to continue the conversation with Chauncey and Andrew just for a few minutes, and I'll I'll pot you down, then I'll pot you up, and you'll give your news, okay? You cool with that?
Fine.
All right. Hold on.
Thank you.
You got it. So, Chauncey, obviously there's an interesting conversation. You lived it. You were there. You know the guy. I think it was interesting from what you said. I mean, it was a pretty brazen statement saying that, the guy isn't necessarily the most honest when it comes to a lot of things.
Well, I only say that from my own personal experience. I know when Howard and I had a very public falling out, that happens, and I understand it, especially in show business. It happens all the time.
Well, what exactly happened? And forgive my ignorance, but explain exactly what happened, if you can.
Sure. I'll tell you, I had a very long relationship with the show, and one day, let me take a step back. I had a gig on ABC News called Tattletales, where once a week I was hosted by Gigi Stone, the reporter, and they would ask me celebrity gossip.
Right.
And at the end of one of these segments, she said, well, Chauncey, Howard, his contract's about to expire on terrestrial radio. What do you think he's going to do? And really not knowing what he was going to do, I just used basic logic and said, well, he's not going to XM radio because Opie and Anthony are there, and I know he's not going to stay on terrestrial, so the only place left for him to go is Sirius, satellite radio.
Yeah, you just gave a reasonable response, a reasonable answer.
Yeah, a reasonable guess.
Right.
I think most people assumed it. 3 months later, I'm sitting in the studio with Howard. I forget why I was there. I was there for some segment, and I'm sitting on the couch. And Howard says, Robin, everybody, I want to make an announcement. I have decided to go public with this today. I am going to satellite radio, Sirius, will be my new home in such and such date, whatever. And everybody was shocked by it, and it was such a big deal. Well, the Securities Exchange Commission, you can't believe how in tune they are to these type of things, because we're talking about millions and millions of invested dollars based on Howard's decision where he was going to go.
So they were concerned that you leaked the information. There was some sort of insider trading.
They did. They really did. I got a subpoena in the mail.
Wow.
And I didn't think it was real. And this was to testify in front of the SEC. So I faxed the subpoena to my buddy who was an editor at the New York Post and said, this can't be real. He was the business editor.
Right.
I said, you see these things all the time. This isn't real, is it? And he looked at it and he said, I'll get back to you. And never heard back from him. The next day on the cover of the New York Post was my subpoena and a picture of Howard Stern.
Wow.
And that was the end of our relationship.
But that was just your naivete. You were just trying to get some help. You didn't know what was going on. You figured you knew this guy was your friend. This guy basically turned on you. He stabbed you in the back.
Yeah. It was a really low blow on the part of the Post. And honestly, before I even did that, I called Gary, the Stern Show. I called Dominic Barber. I called Will. I called everyone you could think of calling and said, guys, I have this subpoena. Does anyone know anything about it? You know, someone want to talk to me about this? Does Howard have an attorney? Does he want to call me? And nobody took it serious. Everybody just laughed and said, oh, whatever. Yeah, right. No one acted on it.
Right.
And yet I was due to testify in something that potentially I could go to jail for. So I got my own attorney, and things just got ugly from there. You know, I ended up going on Neil Cavuto, and really just to say I have nothing to do with this. I don't even own stock.
Right.
You know, in Sirius. So obviously this is silly. If I was involved in it, if this was something that was underhanded on either my part or Howard's, I'd have some stock.
Well, either you would have stock, family members would have stock, someone close to you would have bought a lot of stock, during the time of the announcement.
It would have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
We would have made a lot of money. But it just, Howard went on this campaign for several months, just saying any ugly thing he could say about me. I mean, making stuff up, just anything.
Like what? What was he saying?
Me. You know, one of the things he said that really, really hurt me. You know, I was at an event with Kelly Ripa and Beth Ostrowski, Howard's wife.
Right.
And we were sitting at the bar. Howard comes in, and this is during the ugliness of it. You know, it was already bad, so I didn't say anything to Howard, but I was still very friendly to Beth. Beth and I were friends. And I was just talking to Beth, and Dan Aykroyd and his wife were next to us. It was just a fun night. And I went home feeling good that night. The next morning, I wake up to the Howard Stern Show, and Howard says, so Chauncey obviously is a spy for the New York Post. This is how dirty Chauncey is. Chauncey got close to my wife so he could report negative or inside information about me to the Post. Now, this was coming from the next day after that party. The New York Post wrote something about Howard's handshake, or he wore a glove because he doesn't like germs. I didn't even notice Howard, didn't even talk to him.
Right.
And yet now he's on his show, where at the time 16 million people are listening to every morning, saying Chauncey's a dirty journalist. He's the kind of guy that does these kind of things. He's underhanded. He was working, with the Post to hurt.
So how did this affect your career? Did this harm you in any way?
Oh, of course it harmed. It was so awful. It was ridiculous.
So did you go after Howard Stern anyway? Did you try to sue him?
You can't. You really can't, because you're talking about a guy who has hundreds of millions of dollars with lawsuits.
Dude, let me tell you, man, can't is not in my vocabulary. If this guy if this guy damaged your reputation and you were able to prove damages, I mean, if it was defamation, you had him dead to rights.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? It's the retainer. And I learned this the hard way. In lawsuits, especially lawsuits that have to do with defamation, it's he who has the most money wins, because they'll just ride you out. They'll bankrupt you until you can no longer pay an attorney, and they just laugh their way out of it.
Dude, let me tell you something. I want a landmark defamation lawsuit here in Los Angeles, and if you find the right attorney, and if you're able to convince them that the other side has the money, and you wouldn't even have to convince them when it comes to Howard Stern, the right attorney would have taken the case.
Well, that's the problem, is finding that attorney, and it really is hard to find an attorney willing to work on consistency like that.
Yes.
Because they know they're going up against a lot of money, and they know it's going to cost a lot of money, and there's never a guarantee.
But there's also a certain amount of notoriety and publicity involved, so the right attorney might have taken the case. But you know what? That's water under the bridge now. You can't do anything.
Right. I didn't do anything about it. But it did get very bad for me. I mean, every friend in the media world who I thought I had turned their back on me. Once Howard was your enemy, you might as well be cast off to Dead Man's Island. Like you're no longer. No one wants to get close to you or talk to you because they're afraid that association will make Howard mad at you and hurt you somehow.
Right.
So everyone just runs like rats. And you're standing alone.
Well, Andrew's on the line. He wants to talk about this.
Sure.
Andrew.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, are you even listening?
I am.
Because you told me to pot you up.
Making fun of. I'm sorry. My wife just took a Snapchat of me and just set like a naked photo to all our friends.
Well, but Chauncey is talking about something very serious that affected his life, and you're just. I mean, you tell me to pot you up, and it's like you don't give a shit.
No, listen, the whole thing with Chauncey is with the whole the Stern thing, I think, Chauncey, I mean, you'll be the first to admit this. I mean, you've gotten a really negative reputation amongst, I guess, New York, New Jersey celebrities.
Yeah, but is it really, is it some of the reputation based on fabricated nonsense?
Oh, all of it is. All of it is. All of it is.
Before you continue, let me tell you just an example, one quick example before you say anything, and this is how bad it gets. One of the things, this is one of a million examples. So I called in to announce, I had the exclusive, Marlon Brando had died. And a friend of mine was best friends with his publicist. It wasn't even on the AP wire yet. It was exclusive. And I called the Stern Show to say Marlon Brando passed away. This is, you're hearing it first on the Howard Stern Show. So about 5 minutes later, Gary comes in and says, we just checked. Marlon Brando's alive and well. Chauncey lied again. Chauncey got another story wrong again. And then Howard goes, as he's ending the show, so once again, everybody, Chauncey doesn't know what he's talking about. Another false Chauncey report. I'll see you after vacation. And that's 7 days later. Well, of course, Marlon Brando was dead as a doornail, and I just gave them the exclusive of their life.
Right.
But now everyone listening goes, yep, that's Chauncey, man. He's always wrong. He's always screwing Howard over. And what do? You're just a lying guy that Howard paints you to be. Because Howard decided...
You're absolutely right, John.
Well, this is the thing. For my career, it actually worked. The fact that we got 17 and a half minutes on the Howard Stern Show when I was only 2 years into the radio game, and the book was still on the bookshelves, it changed everything. So as bad as he, as much as he badmouthed me and the show and made Dave look like, an asshole, it worked.
He didn't have to make Dave look like an asshole.
It worked for us. You know what? Yeah. Dave, you know what? Dave was going to call in tonight, but he's got a rehearsal. He's going to call in next week. I think you're being unduly harsh.
I'll call him when Dave calls in too.
I don't know if you would have handled it any better, dude. I think you would have been a nervous wreck. You would have great. You would have pissed your pants, dude.
I would have been like, screw Coburn. You're right, Al. No, but listen, when I built my relationship with Chauncey, I mean, I didn't, Leslie Gold, the radio chick, to put us together, and she was like, listen, this guy is a great guy, and I know what you've heard about him, but he's really good. Like, I went in there for like 6 months, and I thought he was the biggest piece of crap on the face of the planet. Just based on what I know from Stern and what I know from, just the tabloids. But he's become one of my wife's and my closest friends.
Well, this is
and
not.
He's never done bad by me. I mean, 5 years now, never done one thing bad by me.
Well, first of all, this is not just to stroke Chauncey because he's on the show. But the truth is, I met him once or twice. And then the first time I met him, the very first time I shook his hand, I was able to tell that this guy's a genuine guy. Honestly. So I never listen to what anybody says about anybody. I make my own judgment. That's it.
Well, I appreciate that, but that was the power, and still is the power of Stern. If he wants to destroy you, he can, and everyone, pretty much knows it. So no one ever went to war with him. Nobody ever pushed Howard's buttons that didn't want to get screwed over, and the people that did, they were banished. There's a long list of people you can name that he really hurt them, really, really hurt them. And for me, I was a small time guy. Like I was on Page 6 a lot, and I did a lot of celebrity interviews. But for that guy with all his money to come after me the way he did and destroy me as much as he did was really, when you ask me what I feel of Howard, you know what? It's like a giant stepping on a mouse. He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do what he did to me. But he for the next 2 years, it wasn't a week, it wasn't a couple of months, it was 2 years of just coming after me like I was his arch enemy on his show. And there's no fighting back. There's nothing you can do.
Well, he said something very interesting to Dave. I'm not even going to play the segment, but he because it's a long one. But he basically said that he's like the Godfather. If he wants me to go away, if whatever he says goes. And I found I found that really interesting because the truth of the matter is, apparently we really affected him, and because we were able to make the impression that we did, at least here locally on KLSX. That was it. When I spoke to the program director, when I spoke to the GM, I said, look, I'm not here to try to out Howard Stern's hair loss. I have no idea whether he's losing his hair. But if someone calls in to ask about it on the Bald Show, I am not going to drop that call. And you know what? I never did, and they allowed me on the air for years. So, whatever power that he had, at least in that realm, he signed a contract, or his agent, had him sign a contract where if he had to be on a certain amount of stations, I guess for CBS, and it wasn't like he was going to leave them. So I don't think they had any fear that he was going to leave the station at the time. So they didn't feel it necessary to kick me off, especially since I was just a weekend program.
Well, with me, it was a little bit of a different story, though, because I signed the pact with the devil. Howard Stern gave me, for those 18 years, a lot of attention, and he made the magazine that I worked for a lot of money by getting all that attention. So, it's the old saying, you live and die by the sword. Well, I lived by the sword for a very long time and eventually was killed by that same sword. So, in a lot of ways, I can't really complain. I really can't complain because everything that I had up to that point, for the most part, was because of the Howard Stern show.
Right.
It's like that dog turned around and bit me one day, and that was the end of it. But that's you're playing with fire, and that's what you risk.
And now you're coming on the hair loss show and saying that his hair might not be real.
Yeah, that wouldn't go very well, but at this point, I think even Howard would agree. You know what? What are they going to do to this guy that I haven't done already?
Right.
It doesn't matter. I'm very honest to a fault, and that's the worst thing you can be with the Howard Stern show is honest. If those guys ever told the truth about anything, they'd be squashed. They'd be thrown, into the pits of fire. You have to be. It's almost like the Emperor's New Coat, Whatever Howard says, it's like a religion. It really is like a religion.
Right. And you're the guy who's saying that the Emperor has no clothes.
That's right. Exactly. And I pointed and said Howard's naked, and, everybody just grabbed their mouths and said, how I can't believe what I just heard. You can't say that. And that's basically what happened. Yeah,
I mean, I didn't give a shit about Howard Stern. I thought it was initially when I got the call, I was excited. I was like, wow, this guy's listening to my show. I thought it was a big deal. And, I didn't feel the pressure or whatever it is. I saw it as an opportunity. And
well, it is. It was.
That's right. That's right. Listen, guys, I know Joe from Staten Island is waiting on the air, online. He wants to give his news for the week. I'm so happy that you called in, Chauncey, and I really appreciate you taking the time to basically give your point of view, because this is an issue that so many people are asking us about. And the fact that Dr. Bauman was on the air talking about it and also kind of putting Howard's feet to the fire and saying, look, what's the deal with your hair? I thought that took a lot of balls. And
I can't wait to hear that segment. As soon as we're off the phone, that's what I'm going to do, is listen to it.
You should. It's a really good segment.
Yeah.
All right, Chauncey, man,
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. Your show is great, and you're a great guy, and I can't say the same about Andrew, but thank you so much.
You know what's funny? Spence? This is the first time Chauncey and I have spoken in 4 months.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Some friends.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, next time I'm in New York, we'll all go out to Uncle Jack's, all right?
That sounds like a plan.
Chauncey can't go there. Chauncey can't go there.
Why not?
I can go there. That's another show. Stop the nonsense.
All right, we'll talk about that another time.
We'll talk off the air.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
All right, guys.
Take it easy.
Good night.
All right, good night. Joe, you're on the air, man.
Yes, I might have a brief comment. Chauncey can't go there because Uncle Jack doesn't want a hat.
Chauncey doesn't have to wear a hat.
Oh, and also, by the way, Grandpa Al Lewis was a dear friend of mine, as you know, came to my wedding, who knew Howard personally. He appeared on the show many times. He told me Howard's hair was not real.
My name is
Joe from Staten Island.
So, Joe, you're telling me that Grandpa Al Lewis, who is a good friend of yours and a good friend of Howard Stern's, actually confided in you and said that Howard Stern's hair wasn't real.
That's what he told me.
Fascinating.
Did he factual data back it up? No. He told me from his personal opinion.
Well, I mean, this is all hearsay, man. Nobody knows for sure. And frankly, I could give a shit. I could care less. I thought it was fascinating that Dr. Bauman was on the air talking about it. I thought his line of questioning was just really spot on. I thought Howard's reaction was very interesting, to say the least. And it just kind of like everything just kind of worked together as far as what happened to the Ball Truth and, the way he got really upset with us over a decade ago. I thought to myself, you know what, let's have Dr. Bauman on the air. We can talk about this. We can kind of rehash some of the old issues that Mr. Stern had with us when we were on a CBS station here in Los Angeles. And I'm so glad that Chauncey Hayden called in to kind of give his point of view, because he had a close personal relationship with Howard. So I think it all worked out.
Well, let me make a quick statement. As a retired law enforcement officer, when someone is so defensive about something, leads me to believe they have something to hide. That's all I have. That's the only comment I have to make about Howard Stern.
That's a possibility, or maybe he just is. That's what he has. That's his whole thing. That he has such great hair, and he doesn't want anybody screwing with that. That could be, that could be it too. Who knows?
Well, in my experience as a law enforcement officer, I'm not saying any person but Howard Stern, I highly doubt it. That's all I could say. Now, I should get to the news and millions of viewers.
Let's do it. Let's get to the news.
Hey, okay, so let's figure out once and for all who's the fattest on the show. Let's get this bit over with, because we've been threatening to do it for days.
One more chocolate chipper.
Go ahead, keep eating, because I'm going with you, I think.
I thought Artie would refrain from eating till the weigh-in.
Well, here's the thing.
Right, here's all the fat guys.
Who could be? I mean, look, I surprised myself by getting over 290, man. That was like, holy Christ. I mean, that was depression for
That
me.
was a barrier you hadn't broken before.
Robin, not even close. I think, like, when I did dirty work, I was on my heaviest. I think that was on, like, 265, so...
Wow.
That's a big amount of weight, and I don't think there's anybody else here that's close to 300 pounds.
All right, I'm going to bring in all the fat guys. Here's the fattest guys I could find on our show. Jason, who works in our back office, and Jason and Will are producers on the show. We have quite the staff. We got quite the heavy staff. I got Jason. I got Brian Phelan, who works for Howard TV. He's been with us for years. Hey, Phelan, how long you been with us? How many years now?
10
years?
10, 11 years.
Yeah. How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's big.
Yep.
He could give Artie a run.
You know who else is coming?
Who else?
That don't discount is Tim Sabian. He's also tall. Tim's tall.
Yeah, he's fat, too.
But Tim.
I was sitting with him yesterday with you in that meeting.
Yeah.
And, boy, his belly was flopping over.
We talked about Tim needs to get a fashion consultant because what Tim does is he gets his shirts too tight and they're always striped.
Yeah, and he wears striped pants and striped shirts. And they're all tucked in. Tim's looking very Rush Limbaugh. All right, you got Brian Phelan, who is from Howard TV, and he's pretty heavy dude, and he's 6'3". You got Tim Sabian, our program director, he's in constantly, but always heavy. Jason's gained quite a few pounds in the last, I'd say, 3 years, right?
Totally, especially this last year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what are you doing to yourself?
I don't know, dude. I'm depressed about it. You know, I don't feel good about myself.
I know. And Scott, the engineer, is in the group, and he's got like a big bowling boy, like he's got a big giant Santa belly, you know?
I know, it's crazy.
You might even be fatter than Artie now that I'm looking.
I don't think so, but I'm getting there.
I don't know. This is going to be tough.
I know. It's not as easy a call as you think.
John Hines put on a lot of weight.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And he's tall as well.
But John doesn't have the belly thing going on. Like, if you look bellies down the line, like Scott and Tim and Artie have the bellies.
Let me see Artie next to these guys. Move out of the way, Gary.
Look, I mean, listen, none of us look like the 89 Michigan team.
By the way, you know what? It's starting to be like fat guys are starting to look normal now. Benji.
Hey, America's fat. Yeah. When I go to the Midwest to do stand-up, I'm consistently the thinnest guy in the room.
That is true.
And Benji is fat, but he looks a lot smaller next to Artie. He looks like half the size of Artie. Benji's way smaller than you, Art. Art's got the big head now and the big neck. Like, your neck is huge.
He has no neck anymore.
It's called fucking conditioning.
I think Artie's going to weigh more than all these guys.
I think
Right, but what about the rest of the order? Who do you think is who's the thinnest guy in the group?
All right, the guy who weighs the... What happened to Phelan? Did he leave?
He's working on the scale. Over.
He's working on the scale.
He's rigging it.
What's all that noise?
Hey, is there a prize for the heaviest guy? We give a prize for every other fucking thing. I can't get like a
We'll
sandwich
give you another
somewhere?
bag of cookies.
What's that hum?
You know,
One
it's funny.
of the microphones, maybe.
Let me see. Hold on. Wow. What mic is that, A or B?
I'm on A.
I'm on B.
See, when I turn them off, it's better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to that.
A lot of ambient noise.
So this guy gets in, he's going to work on it.
Yeah. Sorry about the noise, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just the lights and the ceiling and a lot of people in here.
Well, if it's lights in the ceiling and we know there's something wrong, why don't you look into it?
Why don't we see if I switch to the hardwired ones? Would that be easier?
Do that, yeah.
Okay, so turn off these.
Yeah, turn those off. Let's put on the, we got wired mics. I think they're better. What's going on over there?
Turn off the other ones.
What are we doing here?
I got it.
Maybe I'll move. Maybe I'll see if I can participate. All right, that's much better, I think, already.
So it's not the lights.
Well, it's the lights with the wireless.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. A hardwired mic isn't going to be affected by lights.
I think what Scott is saying is if we just get rid of the lights in the ceiling, we'll be fine.
Oh, okay, Scott. See if you can do that by tomorrow.
What I'm saying is I just made that up. It's really... no.
Well, don't worry. We know. We know you know nothing. All right, let's think. I think the next heaviest guy is either going to be Phelan or Jason. What do you think, Robin? Put him in order.
The next
I say
heaviest?
Artie's the heaviest.
You think Jason weighs more than Benji?
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree.
I can't get a good look at everybody. I'm coming in.
Well, who do you want? Yeah, come sit on the couch.
I say Jason weighs more than Benji.
I don't think so. I don't know, though.
Benji doesn't look that big to me right now. He kind of looks normal.
May I? Benji, may I?
Lift up that shirt. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's your body?
Jiggle for me.
That poor chick.
I might have to go shirtless just to really just think.
Maybe all the guys should lift their shirts.
Why is your mic not on now? Let me see.
Hardwire A?
Hardwire A isn't working.
This is B.
I'm on A.
That's B? It's not working.
Hello?
It's not working. What are you helloing?
Hello doesn't fix it.
He's helloing.
Hello.
Hello? The hello ain't going to help it. Got a bunch of fucking nuts working.
I think it's the lights.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'll do the wireless. Artie's got his shirt off. Artie, you're definitely bigger than Benji.
Everyone should take their shirts off.
Artie, you're definitely big. Oh, what mic are you on now?
The one I haven't moved.
What mic are you on now?
I'm
fucking going crazy.
Hardwire A and wireless A.
Benji out of here.
Hardwire A and wireless.
All right, thanks, Gary.
What, for telling you what fucking mics to put on? Scott, why do you keep moving back?
Because he's retarded.
Did you see what Artie did?
He took his shirt off.
Whoa. I couldn't believe
Hey, listen,
he did.
guys, this is what a man looks like.
Are you shaving your belly?
No, why?
I don't know. Your belly's all red.
It's gotten too big for hair to cover it.
Benji, take your shirt off. I want to see you next to Artie so I can really judge.
Don't touch me with your fucking...
Don't touch Artie with your... Look at him. He's half the... he's built identical to you, but half the size.
They're twins.
Look at the titties on you guys. Look at the titties on you guys.
Yeah, I think he's laughing at my sunglasses.
But
Benji's sporting bigger breasts.
Yeah, Benji's got huge tits. You've got tits like a girl. I mean, Artie doesn't have tits. Look at his titties.
I'm conditioned.
Those fucking titties in you. Dude,
See, this is the worst when you play, like, people used to play shirts and skins basketball. How the fucking people did that?
That was the worst. Holy mackerel. Benji, your body's completely off.
Yeah, I'm fat.
No, but I mean, it's like a weird fat. Like, Artie doesn't look so bad fat.
Benji's much looser, like looser skin.
Artie looks like a guy who used to be a construction worker who drank a lot of beer. You know what I mean? Like, you could see the form of what used to be a build.
Right.
I look like a guy who hit 405 for Union High in 1980.
But Benji's like completely atrophied. And you know what? I hate to point this out, but Benji on his chest, I just noticed, has this crazy rash underneath all that hair.
Yeah, because his titties... Oh, look at that. What's
it looks
that?
like a bunch of extra nipples.
Oh, what is that? What's going on with that rash?
I don't know. It's just always, if someone's fat, I'm just always the grossest.
No, but do you see you got all those like red blotches and bumps on your titties?
Yes.
Look at those.
I have sensitive skin. I don't know.
Wow, Ben.
You might have a disease, bro.
No, I don't.
No, I don't know, man.
Take your shirt off, Howard.
Weird.
I'm not fat.
Take your shirt off.
He doesn't mind taking his shirt off. Let's not get into this.
You're just wasting our time, Howard.
I know you go to the gym.
I don't got no titties.
All right.
He doesn't have a rash either.
You fuck.
You can actually see that Howard, in fact, does have ribs.
You love your shirt off.
I don't, but I don't have titties.
Oh, I'm fat. I admit it.
You got to do something about this, man.
I've been trying to hide it, but I'm fat.
You're a young dude.
Yeah.
I don't know about that
either. So you think Benji's the second status?
So wait, I don't know. You originally said that Jason was bigger than Benji. Now what are you thinking?
Well, we got to see Jason with a shirt on.
Jason, take that shirt off. Let me see that. Let me see.
This is worse. The hair is the story.
You got a hairy back, dude?
Oh. Just remember the story?
No idea. I'll know once I see him with a shirt
Howard,
on.
remember he went to the Korean woman? She wanted to charge him double?
Oh, my God.
You're a big boy, too.
Turn around, Benji. Wow.
Jason.
I'm so embarrassed by this my whole life. What?
First of all, the hair on your chest, what do? Do you shave it at the collar?
What?
Is that how it goes?
No. I don't. I should shave down to here.
Yeah, you shave right down to the hair on your chest.
Or else the hair will
He shaves his entire neck.
Like, you could have, like, a total hair turtleneck sweater.
Yeah, totally.
He's like that Hungarian dog boy.
I think Artie might be heavier than you, but I think
He's
you're...
definitely heavier.
I know you're heavier than Benji.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you gotta be.
No.
Jesus, I gotta write this down.
I'm so thrilled.
Yeah, I'm going with Artie first... Close second, Jason.
Phelan's feeling downright thin right now.
Phelan, you look kind of...
He does. He looks stout.
Look at that.
All right, I don't know who's the... I think we should just weigh.
Yeah, because it's hard to tell.
I can't tell.
All right, somebody's... JD, you got to write down the weights as we do it.
All right.
So who's going on? Let Artie go on first, obviously.
All right. Artie's the guy to beat.
Right.
There's no one going to beat Artie. I'm looking at that belly. That Artie's big right now.
Keep backing up.
All right, Artie, is it possible you can break?
No, don't take your shoes off.
Well, Artie, you might as well take your pants off, too, Artie.
Artie, get naked. Hey, Art, is there any chance you could be breaking 300?
I don't know. No. Absolutely.
Right.
I haven't been dieting.
All right, let me see. Yeah, this is after Vegas. Oh
my God.
Whoa. All right, it's 295. That's the benchmark to beat.
Right.
295.
What grade are we in? Tim just pulled Artie's pants down.
296, I was the heaviest, by the way. I lost.
You lost a pound. All right, congratulations. Artie at 295.
See, he's already reducing.
Oh, God.
Tim just pulled down Artie's pants.
Let's bring Benji over next.
What kind of underwear is he wearing?
I don't know. All right, Tim. Wait, who's next? Benji.
Benji,
All right, Benji, definitely 265,
I say for Benji.
Yeah. He don't weigh as much as Artie. Stand on there. Put your feet right on. Whoa.
What?
All right, 252.
Wait, now, Tim, take your foot off the scale.
Oh.
No. 252.
Didn't even matter. Okay, 252.
Yeah, 252.
All right, so now the big question is Jason more or less than Benji?
Definitely more. Jason definitely comes up at over 252.
Oh.
Get on there, man. Man, are you hairy. Your hair alone weighs 50 pounds. Yeah, you already beat Benji. 269. 269, motherfucker. Damn.
Damn.
And look at that. You're losing the hair on your head and you got hair all over your body.
That's hair everywhere.
That is cruel.
This guy, why is there not a fucking prize for the one fucking thing we don't have a prize
Well, it's funny. We're gonna.
What do you want?
Hold on, guys.
Car.
We're going to announce next week, Howard. We're going to announce next week that we are, in fact, doing a contest amongst ourselves with a $20,000 prize, Artie.
Oh, is it the weight loss?
Yes. So this is going to get you guys fired up.
What's the prize? I mean, what's the contest?
The contest is we're going to start out in 2 teams of 4, right?
Yeah.
8 altogether.
Oh, the weight loss contest?
The weight loss contest. And then the first team gets there, and then it's an individual contest after that.
Oh, that's going to be good.
All
All right, so Jason is the second fattest guy. Now, my money's on, let's see what Sabian clocks in.
What do you think he's at, Howard?
Sabian...
240?
240, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. 252.
You think you're heavier? Let's see.
252.
Really?
Heavier.
Let me see. Get on there.
I'd say 260, 250.
258.
Whoa.
Wait a second. He's a pound less than Jason?
Yeah.
But I'm muscle.
Jason's number 2.
Jason was 260. I was 269.
Oh, sorry.
269.
It's 11 pounds lighter. I mean,
I'm
and
all
taller.
muscle.
So who's the second fattest guy? Jason? I had it right.
Jason, yeah.
All right, let me see. Hey, Phelan, get on there, man.
Now, Phelan's tall.
Yeah, he could...
So what?
He has shoes on, but so who cares? Yeah, he's only 250. He's a lightweight.
Only.
You realize how much everybody weighs around here?
But he's like 6'4", so that's not out of the question.
Yeah, he's thin.
What about Scott?
Scott, how tall are you, Scott?
Scott
6'1".
Scott the engineer.
He could sneak in there.
He could sneak in past Jason.
Because he's,
Right. Because he's tall.
And he knows he can.
What did Jason weigh again?
I know I can.
269.
All right, here we go. Oh, somebody's got this. Holy, this can't be right.
What is it?
Phelan, are you stepping on that? Because he was up to 365.
Oh.
268.
He's only a pound behind.
Jason
beat me. Excellent.
Oh, wow.
Jason, if you'd have taken a shit today, you wouldn't be in second place.
Let me go to the bathroom and come back.
John Hahn, I bet, is I don't know.
He's the lightweight.
John, you think you got these guys beat?
No. I think I'll end up in the middle of the pack somewhere.
Let me see where you are at.
243.
No, I think I'm heavier than that.
Let's see. Whoa. 256.
Whoa.
We have 4 guys that weigh between 255 and 260.
This is, Artie, you're not such a slob compared
over
to
here.
these guys. I'm telling you.
No, listen, to think, though, 14 months ago, I weighed 200 pounds. That's the most astonishing, unhealthy statistic here.
Artie's still 30 pounds heavier than, like...
Who do we miss?
I mean, I gained 95 pounds.
We got them all, huh?
That's it.
Will was 160.
So I knew it was Artie Jason. Man, we got a fat show.
Whoa. I heard Ganji's over 300.
All right, so that's a good way.
What about Ganji? Where the fuck is
He's
that?
not here. He's not here every day.
See, he might have been the second guy in the group.
Jason's got to beat.
You think? I don't know.
Jason, you got to slow down. What are you eating, boy?
Yeah, I know.
Too
much, man.
What are you up to, man?
Nothing. I think it's my whatever.
I know. I eat money to be eating that.
He was about to use the metabolism word. Did you right?
I backed off that.
Do you ever go out and take a walk or anything?
Yeah. Well, I belong to a gym that I never go to. It's the worst.
But at least you're in a gym.
You know what I saw him doing yesterday, too, Howard? I saw him doing, like, the fat guy move, which I've seen, I've even been guilty of this, but I saw the bag lunch with the, tuna sandwich on whole wheat bread yesterday.
Yeah. What is that? Is that the fat guy move? What does that mean?
It means he's going to try to start losing weight now.
Every day.
I'm down 4 pounds in 2 weeks. Everyone get excited.
Yeah.
I'm down a pound. I'm down a pound.
You weigh a lot.
When I started here, I weighed like 240, and that's just in the last year with,
oh, come on.
But it's muscle, though. Look at that. Check that out, huh? Come on.
He's in the gym, and I'm like, why bother?
What do you mean, why
what's
bother?
he gonna
You
do?
feel good.
Wow.
Hey, Howard.
I think Tim is the whatever the fuck he is, program manager, whatever the fuck he is.
Jason just announced
Pulling down my pants is the worst Minneapolis move I've ever seen.
That was funny. That's funny. Jason was just whispering in my ear, you know, it's his birthday today. It's just like the worst fucking day. The antidepressants. I mean, I could tell he takes this to heart.
How old is
his birthday? That's what we did for his
Dude,
birthday.
what's your problem, antidepressants? You're a young man.
I don't know. No, it's a problem I've had for a long time.
What are you
dude.
depressed about?
I don't know, dude. If I knew what it was, I may be able to fix it, man.
What do you mean? How deep does the depression go? Like suicidal?
No, not like that.
Like
but
what, you blue?
What do you mean?
It gets to the point where it becomes hard to function every day, and there's like no rhyme or reason for it. It's just a horrible sinking feeling. And the last time I did these pills, it completely worked, and then
now it's not.
Well, I don't know. I've only been on them for a couple of weeks.
How long does it take for them to really get in your system?
About 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you still prefer television to fucking? Remember when you...
Most of the time.
Really? You'd rather watch TV than fuck your girlfriend?
Yeah, most of the time. No, I mean...
Did you ever try fucking your girlfriend on the TV?
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel bad now. I feel like a completely horrible boss because Jason was working for me for 6 or 7 years, and I never even knew he was depressed till he mentioned it.
Yeah,
like, I see no evidence.
This is the perfect... This is the
because you'd
perfect
see him
work
open
environment
around.
if you're depressed.
I don't take... I try and be professional here and not take it out on anybody.
So
but
what happens when you go home?
When I go home, I just sit and stare.
You're like, how mental? What do you mean stare? You saw that, Will? Did he sit and stare?
You could tell, yeah. You'd, like, shut the door to his bedroom, and that's where he'd spend the rest of the night.
Really?
Hey, Howard.
But is that depressed, or is that just like having a good time watching TV?
It sounds like bored to me.
Are you bored?
No.
Yeah, you're having a good time.
When a couple years ago, when I was on the medication and feeling better, it changed my whole outlook. I went out more. I was happier. I called my friends. But when I get sucked down into this like depression, it's just you don't want to leave the apartment.
Maybe I'm depressed because I don't want to leave my apartment.
But
I don't want to come to work.
It's not.
But I just do it.
Some shrinks would say you have a form of depression, Howard, if that's your,
I guess
I would definitely say that. I
I'm
look
depressed.
at his face, I'm like, oh,
you have the time in your apartment.
Am I depressed?
Especially if they want to sell you some pills. I mean,
what are these pills? Maybe I'll get them. I like to not be depressed. I think
you
I'm
like
depressed.
to be happy-go-lucky?
Who the fuck isn't depressed?
Marcus Schenkenberg.
Everyone should be on pills.
Can I tell you something? I about 6 or 7 years ago, had what I thought was, looking back on it, might have been a bout with depression. It went on for like 4 or 5 months, and I just didn't want to be anywhere. I didn't want to be home. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. Every day when I woke up, it was like a cloud over me. It's
called marriage.
But it was like one of those weird things because I know it runs in my family and stuff. And I just, like, when I look back on it now, I go, God, that might have been like depression, and that really sucks.
What, do you wake up happy?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I go to my...
I wake up happy.
When I look
happy about
When I look at my computer and I see there's a hot chick on the show, I'm like, oh, or a band I want, I'm like, this is going to be a good day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
The only thing that depresses me is the news I read.
I wonder if I'm depressed.
I know you're depressed.
I am?
Again, we have to go through how miserable you are. That's depression.
Wait, miserable and depression are not the same thing.
No. I meant he's internally miserable. His life sucks.
But is that depression?
Yes.
I might I might have depression, but I don't think about... You know what I do, Jason, honestly?
Yeah.
I don't think about myself. Ever.
Yes, you do. You think about yourself... You think about yourself every morning.
I never think about myself.
Howard, I've never heard a crazier thing come out of a person's mouth.
I don't think about myself.
That mouth.
I go home, I put on...
You don't think about yourself.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on. Dude.
I don't think about myself in my mood.
I've never met someone who thought about themselves more.
No, I don't think about my mood. Whatever this is it. It's not going to get any better.
It's not going to get better.
I mean, this is it. What am I going to do?
Question it.
I don't question
This is the matrix in which you...
Let me ask you to know...
I'm waiting until then when it ends, it's over. That's it.
See, I think that's a sign that you probably have a good quality shrink, because a lot of shrinks would try to spin your miserable stuff into depression and sell you pills and shit.
Well, absolutely. They try to medicate that.
But did you ever feel...
I'm going to be seeing my shrink today. I'm going to ask him if I'm depressed.
Did you ever feel like...
I don't even know if I am.
Well, you've had many of the symptoms. Insomnia, when you were going through your back pain. All of those things have,
depression.
they come from your inexpressed... depression is unexpressed anger.
When I'm inside Beth, I don't feel depressed.
Hey, can I ask you
That's probably a happy moment for you.
That is a happy moment.
Howard,
you know what? It's got to happen even more.
Because you forget yourself. That's the moment you're not thinking of yourself.
Pussy cures everything.
Can I ask you this is a highly personal question. I don't know if I'll get the answer. Have you, in the period of time that you've been seeing your shrink, have you been prescribed and taken any medication?
No,
Just
absolutely
the Ambien.
not. No, he never even prescribed the Ambien. That was my other doctor.
Where'd you get that from?
That was my doctor, my general practitioner.
Oh, really?
That was Dr. Vinny Bombach.
You know, for me, and I don't know if this relates to you, but for me, it's like when you're doing something that you know you should be enjoying or have enjoyed in the past, and you just have have no feeling towards it whatsoever.
Right, me too.
But it's a horrible feeling.
But I would never know that's depression. I figure that's being human.
You just don't put a label on it. That's
right.
you.
I'm smart.
Is human not to have any feelings?
Of course.
Okay.
My father told me that.
But do you, Howard, have you ever felt like you couldn't function? Have you ever felt like being depressed or miserable made you not function? Like you
I would never, it's not an option. I got to function. What am I going to do?
Right. See, so I mean, that wouldn't be called clinical depression.
No, I functioned all during my depression. Not
so
well,
you feel you went through a depression.
Oh, my God, yes. I didn't sleep at all at one point in my life.
I mean, you got to get off those pills. What's the matter with you?
No. I want to see if they work again.
Sit in your room is good. That's what I do. I sit in the room, wait for the next day.
I always told people when, if you can get up and go to work every day, you don't need medication.
What do you think there is in life? You think there's more than sitting in your room? What are you going to do? So you're going to go sit in a club? It's a
No. What do you want, to snowboard with Emilio Estevez?
People think they're missing out on something.
Yeah, you want to go to a party with Paris Hilton?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think Paris Hilton is? She's sitting in a club getting wasted.
She's a big dope.
I just want to feel good about something. I want to have a feeling inside me that says, wow, I'm enjoying myself.
No one has that.
Nobody has that?
I really do. I enjoy my life.
No one has that.
I have that.
No, you don't.
I do, too. Love it.
I've seen you in action.
Oh, please.
You better enjoy yourself at the Yankee game when I give you my tickets, or else I'm not giving them to you.
Why are you bothering going to the Yankee game?
I don't know. Sometimes I question that. Sometimes, you just sit in there and you're just like, well, this is cool.
But he loves the Yankees. That's something that generally brings him joy.
Wherever I go, I'm never enjoying myself.
And you're fine with
somewhere
that?
else.
Of course I'm fine with it. What do you think there is going to make you feel happy? There's nothing.
Wait a second. You're happy when you're having sex with Beth. Making love.
Yeah, that's a different
making
thing.
love.
That doesn't count, though. But that's like a...
Fuck making love. I like fucking. Right. All right,
but that's happiness, right?
Happiness.
So now you know. Now you have a benchmark for what happiness is.
That's right.
So when you do other things...
You feel like that every day.
I know,
every
but
moment of the day.
I'd have a big smile on me.
Yeah, we should embroider that into a fucking hook rug. Happiness is fucking a supermodel.
Yeah, but that's
thanks, Gar. There's the benchmark. 99.9% of the world should leap off a bridge.
Yeah, now everything has to match that. Forget about it.
Nah, I tell you the truth. Look, simple things make me happy. I mean, I like going to dinner.
But see, Jason was saying he doesn't see the simple things. The simple things aren't there for him.
Is chess bringing you joy currently?
Yes.
Okay, so there's another benchmark.
But Robin, Howard, you don't do a lot of simple things anymore. You go to dinner, but you go to a 5-star restaurant.
I go to Ben's Deli with my daughter, and I love it.
Oh, really?
But you're enjoying your daughter at that moment.
That's right.
It's the camaraderie. I mean, it's that you're enjoying. But, to go out to a nice gourmet meal, woo, what's better than that?
Right. No, and I don't look like Jason makes me happy. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh now?
What?
How much do you weigh? 269?
I heard he joined a gym recently. Is that true, Jason?
I joined a gym months ago, and I paid for it every month, and I never go.
You don't go.
And Benji, too. Benji joined a gym like a year ago.
Benji has the most disturbing body.
Hey. No, Jason's hair is really...
But he can wax that.
No, but he's even got spots where it's worn off. Yeah. He's got it down his arm.
Do you remember? Jason went to the Korean place to get waxed once.
Yeah.
And he goes, listen, I'm a little embarrassed about this. I got to warn you. I'm very hairy. She goes, oh, we see everything. He took off his shirt. She goes, oh, no, we charge you double. We charge you double.
We never 4 times.
We never see this.
But Jason, you could sort of spin it in a sense. You have a sort of a cool, unique job. You work in a cool place. You got a girl that you're into,
Look at
right?
Artie trying to cheer up Jason.
No, I don't know. I guess.
You know what, Artie? It's a lot like when you showed up to Casey's intervention.
No, but listen to me.
I love that you're trying to make him happy and see the goodness in his life.
Well, I am.
Well, what about seeing the goodness in your life?
I realize
trying to kill yourself.
It took me a while to realize that every depression I went through was actually withdrawing from drugs. It wasn't a real, some shrink told me you were just withdrawing from all the drugs you were doing. That's what caused your depression. I've never gone through depression just caused by living.
Are you depressed now, or are you happy?
I'm better now, because I'm actually sort of going through a happy period right now. I haven't been on a drug in a year and a half, so... if you get the farther away you get from that shit and being dependent on it, the better I get. But Jason seems to be just depressed by life in general, and that sucks. You know,
he doesn't even have the excuse of doing drugs.
Yeah, I mean,
what's he gonna do? He can't get away from the drugs.
What's the drug they got, John?
Lexapro.
Lexapro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
Howard.
stuff, 20 milligrams.
Does that give you erection problems, erectile problems?
It did towards the end of the last time. That's why I stopped taking it. But
so far, so good?
You banging your girlfriend at all?
Yeah.
Even on the Lexapro?
Right now, I just started, but I did have her prescribe me Viagra in case of emergency.
Oh, my God.
I told her I'm not going through that again.
How old are you, man?
28.
28? You're on Viagra?
No, I'm not on Viagra. The pills, the Lexapro last time caused problems.
Dude, at 28,
But you weren't taking Lexapro.
I don't care. You're 28.
You don't care about anything.
You know what? We had Stuttering John took. Remember he told us he took Prozac, and he couldn't finish.
Nah.
He couldn't finish.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
With you.
Do you want him to?
Who'd want John to finish?
Really?
And what emergency do you need Viagra? I have an emergency. Emergency use of Viagra.
I need emergency boner.
If you're sitting in front of Beth and you can't get it up, that's a fucking emergency. Don't you agree?
Well, you know what? If I can't get it up in front of her,
it's over.
It's over. It's right.
Hey,
lay me down and put me in my grave. What?
Can we have a little bit of fun with these guys? Would you want them to all do synchronized jumping jacks?
No, I don't want to see anybody with their shirt off anymore. That's your
Why
gay
do you
fantasy.
want them to strip down and do
I think it just
jacks
sounds
for
funny.
you?
Like it'd sound like an elephant, a pack of elephants in this room if they're all
Dude,
doing
you're no
jumping
lightweight
jacks.
either, honestly.
I know, but I feel a lot better about myself after this bit.
He's only 220. He's thrilled.
No, I'm 203.
All right, thank you, boys, and I appreciate you all being weighed in. I know it's not easy. All right,
Richard's
thank you.
coming in for the smelliest employee.
Yeah, we're thinking of having a contest.
Yeah, he's the benchmark for that, for sure.
Nah. Wow, you're the heaviest, but not by much.
Not by much. No one came close to me.
What did you weigh to? What?
295. No one came within 30 fucking...
Jason weighed almost 270.
269. So that's still
25 pounds.
That's true. It's true. You could lose 25 pounds and you'd be as fat as Jason.
Right. So, I mean, where's my fucking prize?
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. By the way, John and Artie have this traveling comedy show they do to make extra money. And
Yeah, I'm waiting for that wagon to roll into my town.
Yeah.
Sold out.
And I don't know, Stuttering John went to Pittsburgh and sold out. How many shows?
We sold out 6 shows in Pittsburgh.
6?
Yeah.
Well, you must be making some decent money with all this.
Okay.
Yeah, John is.
I think that's the complaint.
Well, what do? You pay Artie?
I pay Artie. I pay
He's the
Melrose.
big man.
Melrose Larry was there?
Yeah.
Artie says he goes on these, comedy tours with John's little group, and Melrose just drives him crazy.
First of all, most of the time they're stuck in like a car together.
Well, John drives to the gigs. I flew to Pittsburgh, but then drove back to Philadelphia.
Why?
Well, because we had another show in Philadelphia last night. So, John, I was able to put another $60 in my pocket that John paid. John says to me, he goes, Artie, we're doing a gig in Pittsburgh, then we're driving back to Philly, but you don't have to do the gig in Philly if you don't want to. And I said, so my option, John, is either do the gig in Philly or wait in the car while you do the gig in Philly.
Might as well go up on stage.
Yeah, thanks, John. I might as well go up and make a few dollars.
You could watch John.
What does he do? He pays you $60 a show?
Well, no,
he's lying. I pay him decent.
He pays me all right. But hanging out with John, you lose money in other things. Like, John does this crazy thing where the other day he takes me out. I take him out to lunch, right? Because I felt bad because I yelled at him on the air. He thought I was mad at him. And I take him out to lunch, which I do every time anyway.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I'll give you a ride downtown. You going downtown? I go, yeah. And then he goes, oh, damn, I can't get my car out of the garage until I pay the attendant. I owe him for a month. So John puts on this little, one-man show at the ATM machine. Right. He goes, I hope I have this money in the machine. So he punches in, he looks at the machine, he goes, oh, damn, I don't have the money.
So he's trying to get you to pay his parking bill?
He goes, I'd love to, give you a ride, but I can't get the car now. And he goes, do you have an ATM card?
What are you doing, man? Do you have no shame?
And I go, yeah, so I pay him.
You got money, dude.
No. What happened was the ATM. I didn't have the money in the bank at that moment. I'm gonna pay him back.
Yeah, sure you are.
2 weeks ago.
That's disgraceful.
Howard, 2 weeks
ago.
ago.
Did you pay his parking bill?
I said, all right, man. So I want him to get his car out. He's arguing with the guy.
Artie's not a multimillionaire, dude.
I'm gonna pay him back.
When?
Howard,
2 weeks he's got to wait for his money?
He just reminded me that I forgot all about it.
Yeah, that's great that you forget that it's his job to remind you. You sicken me.
It's someone he works
he
with,
should have been sickening you since he's been here.
He does. He sickens me.
I think about it. John is always, out of money, and he's always borrowing, and he'll pay you back, but... My God, even when, I wonder how John lives. I can say this, John. When John bought his house, How much did you need? I mean, I forget, it was a pretty large sum of money. I lent you for 2 days.
Oh, you lent me like $4,000.
Yeah, it was like $4 or $5 grand. And you know, and there was that moment.
There was one weekend not too long ago, mind you. He has the apartment in the city and the house out on Long Island and all of his other amenities. And he says to me, I need $100 to get through the weekend.
Yeah, the question is, if you have a house in the city and you have an apartment, you have a house.
Most people don't have 2 homes.
If you have 2 homes and all this stuff, how do you go to? How is there nothing in the ATM? Is that how you live? I mean,
that's because I have 2 homes.
But is that how you live? You live like literally?
Are you hand to mouth? You don't have any. You have savings.
No, you know. In fact, they lost.
You're all invested in the stock market.
I think he's not liquid, is what it is.
No, I'm not liquid.
You know, he's
not liquid.
What would happen if, okay, say out at your house, the hot water heater blows up, and it's $5 grand to fix it. You can do that?
No, I borrowed from Robin.
All right, so wait a second. So you're doing these comedy
shows. We go
shows.
on the comedy gigs, and John pays me well. It's
so how does Melrose drive you crazy?
So Melrose is on the show, and it's a big part of the show, because Melrose comes on stage and people yell and scream and throw stuff.
They get out there for
Is Melrose funny at all?
No, but what's funny is that they hate him so much that he bombs so badly that he starts yelling at people. Like, he starts calling, like, girls the C word, and it's just so funny.
Oh, it gets vicious.
How long is he out there?
About 2 minutes.
Yeah, about 5, 6 minutes.
It only takes 2 minutes for the whole thing to disintegrate.
What do you pay him?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Melrose is down money.
$100 a night.
But Melrose flies himself in.
Meanwhile, John's telling me all these girls are like coming on to Artie.
Oh, really?
And Artie must be in love because he's turning them down.
Dude, Howard, there was this chick in Pittsburgh, hot. I mean, she could have been a model. And she goes, Artie, she goes, I got coke, and I want to do it with you all night.
Oh, my God.
You know, alone. And Artie is not doing that anymore, so he turned it down. But she would have banged him in 2 seconds.
You know,
is that killing you?
I'm saying 10 years ago, for a chick who looked like that to say, I have coke, it would have been like, you know, seeing the Messiah.
Slam dunk.
I mean,
right.
But now...
And you should see the chicks who had coke that didn't look like that.
Exactly. They all look like Mindy Cohn.
Right.
But,
the chick was hot, huh?
She was, you know what, Howard? She was real hot.
But didn't you say she went home and banged a whole bunch of other comedians?
She banged, another
comedian,
on the show.
Another guy.
But
she couldn't get Artie.
Yeah, she couldn't get Artie, and all of us are married, so they only...
She was ready to do every comic, even Melrose.
No, this is a different night. So the next night, this other chick comes back stage, and she gets totally naked for all of us, and she goes, I'll perform oral on all you right now.
Right.
But Artie is spoken for. I'm spoken for. So I go, how about Melrose?
That's a joke.
Yeah, and then she probably would have, but then Melrose goes, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, you called her a whore. He goes, I'm not paying for nothing. She goes, I didn't ask you to pay for anything. And she starts
every chick Melrose has ever gotten, he's had to pay, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
But the girl, I mean, Artie could get laid right now. He can get laid every night by a different
chick.
I cannot be
beautiful chick.
Hot girls, Robin, I swear to God.
But maybe that's because they know he's in a relationship.
Well, I cannot be more into the chick I'm with. I really love her.
He's in love.
You're in love?
You're in love? You said the L word.
As I was
Dude,
saying,
have you told her you love her yet?
No.
I
think I just did.
Oh, he's
the school teacher.
As I was saying love, I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't grab it back fast.
I haven't said that about something since... I haven't said I love someone since Thurman Munson.
Since he died.
He died. No, come on, all right.
He's so in love with her. He would, like I told him, I said, Artie, this is the worst time of your life.
Let's call her right now and break the news.
She's at work. She's helping the children of this country.
Wait a second. So what happened when... so Melrose was driving you crazy?
Okay, so Melrose...
He has business propositions for Artie.
Right, exactly. So Melrose, I guess, is an accountant or something, knows about money. So he gets me he has lunch with me and Jim Florentine in Pittsburgh. So.
Yeah.
And he goes, Artie, I'm serious. I have an unbelievable business idea for you. You got to realize how powerful that show is you're on. I go, what? He goes, here's what you do. Every day for 2 weeks, you wear a raccoon hat on the show.
Go ahead.
Okay? And people will start to hear Artie's wearing a raccoon hat. Howard will talk about it. Robin will talk about it. Then they'll see it on the E! Show. After 2 weeks, we open up your own line of raccoon hats.
Raccoon hats.
Raccoon hats.
But can you think of a more disturbing garment? I mean, why not wear something that people...
Like a baseball hat.
Even a beret.
So, like Jackie Gleason used to wear
raccoon hat.
That's what he says. Like, when Jackie Gleason wore that, you could do that.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it?
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
If you want me to do it, I will do it.
Yeah, wear a raccoon hat.
Where are you going to get it, first of all?
So me and Jim me and Florentine told Larry, make up a proposal, and, I got to square it with Howard.
Do it. I want to see I want to see him go bankrupt.
How this raccoon hat goes over.
I refuse to believe that anyone will buy raccoon hats if Artie wears raccoon hats.
Really?
let's take that maniac suggestion. Get Melrose in on set up a business of a raccoon
Let
hat.
him put up all the money.
Yeah, of course.
I wear
put up millions.
I wear a raccoon hat every day on the show for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks is the only lead-in time
Right.
we need, and then you saturate the market with raccoon hats.
Saturate.
That I get signed.
Signed raccoon hat.
Oh, an official Artie raccoon hat.
That, by the way, is the tip of the iceberg.
What else has he got?
He wants to do an Artie Lang film festival.
Right.
The 3 films that I was in, you charge people. You take it from city to city, and it's like you charge people to watch the movies, then meet me afterwards.
Right, you have a discussion period.
Right, and then...
Because you want to discuss dirty work.
Exactly. But here's the leap in price. Just to see the films is $10. To see them and meet me is $200.
Because you're so scary important.
Right, exactly.
Will you wear your raccoon hat at the meet and greet?
Well, that's the thing. We could just bombard it.
Hey, Richard Jenny's on the phone. I want to give Richard a plug for it. Richard's got something going on.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Richard.
Yes.
All right, let me give you a plug here.
All right.
Richard's, poor Richard is doing a Comedy Central Presents, which probably is paying him nothing.
Yeah, because he had HBO specials before this.
Richard.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Comedy Central pays nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. But they give me Howard.
Yeah.
They give me a really good slot. I'm on between a Saturday Night Live rerun from '88 and a Saturday Night Rerun from '94.
Oh,
there you go.
Is that the one with Belushi in a bee costume?
Yeah, so it's really a killer spot. Hey, Howard, I just wanted to say, I was listening to that last segment with the woman with the tips on how to keep the man happy.
Yeah.
And she left out the most important thing, which to me is never control the television. Let the guy control it. It's a matter of manhood. Don't force him to watch female programming. Like, I had to watch the vagina monologues.
Right.
Oh, no.
Which was, she goes, do you want to watch the vagina monologues? And I'm like, hell yeah, I love ventriloquism. I figured that would be it. I figured it would be like, hello, I'm Sharon Stone. Open the legs. I'm Charlie McCarthy. I thought that was the show.
Yeah, you thought it was a talking vagina.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, little did you know you didn't get to see anything, not even a breast.
Who knew? And this is the other thing that I have to watch, and I don't know if it's like this with your lady, but why is it women like to watch very, very scary true crime stories when you're trying to get in a good mood to fall asleep? Like, for example, I'm trying to fall asleep at night, and I have to watch, like, Robert Stack going, police now had the dead woman's left nipple. But without the buttocks, there was no way to make their case.
See, that's weird. I wouldn't think women... but you see, Richard's right. That's a very good tip.
Yeah, can let him control the TV.
Yeah, because nothing is more difficult than watching TV with a woman.
Oh, I hate it.
Unless she's totally cool and goes, hey, okay, let's
What do you want to watch?
What do you want to watch? You're so right. What is this comedy thing? What, an hour show?
It's a half-hour show.
And it's you, right?
Yes.
Or you present comedians?
No, it's just me presenting myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. And what happens when Comedy Central approaches you? They give you no money.
There's no money. And, to be honest with you, I called, I had to check in with HBO first. And I said, I talked to the head of programming there, and they said, right now we're not going to do any comedy hours, but we'll be happy to do one the minute you're, what's the word? Black, I think was the word. And I couldn't do that right away.
Right.
So I figured
No, you can't get black anytime soon.
I figured I'd go right to Comedy Central, get on. Any publicity is good publicity,
Yeah.
And they sandwich you between the Saturday Night Live reruns. That's great.
Because that's easy to find.
And I get right in there.
What is it, John?
Are you getting paid more, Richard, for Comedy Centrals than HBO?
No, Comedy Central, HBO pays 10 times more.
Somebody told me you got a lot of money for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I don't know. No, I don't get a lot of money for it.
You'd be the only guy in Comedy Central history that got any money for anything.
But it was worth listening today because, I learned about the cinnamon. That was important.
Yeah, they're never going to get you with that one again.
I think we've learned one thing today, and that's if you're an altar boy, lay off the cinnamon Captain Crunch.
You're not kidding. Actually, we learned one thing. There's absolutely nothing going on in the world but dating, according to this show.
That's it.
See Richard Jenny and Comedy Central presents Richard Jenny tonight at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central. That's a funny dude right there, so you should check it out if you can find it sandwiched in between Saturday Night Lives.
He is one of the funniest comics.
That's right. Hey, Richard, thanks, bro.
Bye, Howard.
Bye. That's Richard
from
Jenny.
The comedian Stuttering John.
Yeah, John knows. John.
I want to get him for.
He's actually doing the KLSX show.
Parents.
Is he?
Jenny, Schimmel, me, Artie.
Are you any good as a stand-up comic?
Yes.
He tells me he's good.
Artie, is he any good? Tell
John,
us.
John will surprise you, man. I'm telling you. A lot of people in the audience come up and go, I never thought he'd be good. But
Let me hear
really
a joke.
makes
I don't know
me,
why
makes me
you are
laugh.
so skeptical about
Because
it.
I didn't know you did. You just started this.
Yeah, I swear I'm pretty good.
Let me hear you say something.
You can't.
Tell me a joke.
Well, wait a minute. Does he open the show or does he close it?
John hosts the show. He comes up, he does like 20 minutes, and he's really good. And he's got an insane amount of confidence in his thing.
Really?
He really does.
Insane.
You mean it's insane because the material isn't that strong?
He shouldn't be that confident.
I wish, like, when I was that far into stand-up as he is, I had that much confidence.
Oh,
like,
I read between the lines. I wish when I was that bad, I had that much confidence.
Robin, I'm not bad.
I'd go to see how bad he is.
You saw the reviews. Anybody read the reviews?
Anybody read the... phone book? You've been a great audience. Good night. Take my parking garage bill, please.
Hey, that's a good show.
I will say this. One suggestion I make to John, when he really stutters in the middle of a joke, the place goes nuts.
Yeah.
It's like Springsteen doing Born to Run or something.
A last chance here on
Is this true? The show starts out with a 15-minute clip of you on the Channel 9 show?
No. It's just I just play a couple of interviews I do.
Don't play stuff from the Channel 9 show. Just go out and do your act, stupid.
All right.
What are you doing? It's doing the retrospective Channel 9 show.
Got film clips?
No, it's not.
Film
it's
clips.
Just me.
I'm like...
The interviews.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
I'm like Sid Caesar.
You know what?
I thought he was doing stand-up.
I am.
Yeah. He's putting clips of my TV show.
Actually, Howard, the night of the fight, we might do a show at the Taj.
Oh, great. How does that help me exactly?
No, you can see him.
I could see you. Oh, okay, great. Yeah,
you can leave town to see him.
See, that's good news, John. Can't wait.
Comp you.
Tomorrow day, I'll comp you. I'll pay for a ticket. It's okay.
One comes with a free drink ticket.
Andy, you're on the air.
Hey, John has got to be the biggest retard. And you know what? I don't know, Howard. What's with you and Richard Jenny? You can't control the TV sets in your house. What are you, fags?
I do control the TV set in my house. Who said I don't?
Oh, you're saying that,
when you're with a chick,
watch it all the time.
When you're with a chick and you watch TV, you shouldn't let her control the set.
No way. Do not let her control the set.
Well, that's what I just said. What are you arguing with?
You like to click the channels constantly.
Yeah, I have to be the guy with the clicker.
I don't think you are, Howard. I think the girl has it.
All right, well, then I'm lying.
You are.
You know more what's going on in my house than I do.
Sometimes I wonder.
Stupid. You wonder about it? You sit at home and wonder about me? You're pathetic. Get out of here, you homo.
Ooh.
It's always the homos that call in, the latent ones that call me a homo.
They have nothing going on.
Homo says yes.
Hey now. Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening, baby? Good morning, love. Good morning, love. Hey, now.
Gary was just telling me, Baba Booey, that he's doing the grand opening of Scores in Chicago.
Yeah.
And Wayne Siegel's now going. There's so many guys going down to Chicago this weekend for the grand opening of Scores. I got to say, a lot of these guys, my buddies, some of them are looking a little crazy, a little desperate.
Well, I'm thinking about taking a car from St. Louis to Chicago.
Dude, it's not an hour, by the way. I got about 1,000 emails, people telling me it's about a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, I didn't think it was an hour.
Right. I said it's 3 hours. Tell Artie it's 3 hours from St. Louis to Chicago, minimally.
John was telling me it was an hour outside, and I said, well, I don't know if I trust that, but...
Where's John doing the math?
I don't know. Someone had told him it was real close, but, yeah. Well, 3 hours, it's still doable.
You going to do it?
I don't know, man. I'm working this club, The Funny Bone, in St. Louis, and if they can get me a car,
Well, why would they get your car to go to Chicago? What do they care?
To keep me happy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the big performer that weekend.
You're like Sinatra.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That would be the logical thing for the guy to say is, why would we get you a car? And then I'd have no answer for it.
I love Scores as much as the next guy. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big proponent of going to Scores.
Right.
And I'm having a man's club, a gentleman's club, excuse me. But why not just go to the one in Manhattan? I mean, to go all the way to Chicago for Wayne and Ross Zapin and... who else is going, Gary? I mean, so many of the guys are going down to the grand opening.
The one in Manhattan is as top-notch as you get.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Baba Booey.
I understand if you live in Chicago why you're going.
Baba Booey.
Doug and Ganji.
Ganji.
But they're covering it.
They're covering it.
What are they covering?
I don't know.
What do they think is going to happen?
I don't know.
Can't show the good stuff.
Exactly.
And we're spending money sending those two guys down to Chicago? Why don't we just get a crew from Chicago?
Well, nobody can produce like those two.
No, that's not true. What are you doing?
And then the camera crew is going to be there. They're staying a couple extra days.
You're staying extra days?
Yeah, what happened was the camera crew was going to be there Wednesday and Thursday anyway. We were going to hire a camera crew,
right?
Just a local crew in Chicago. But our New York crew is going to be there Wednesday and Thursday. So they said, we'll be really cool. We'll stay an extra couple of days and shoot it for you.
Oh, that's cool. They're cool guys.
Real givers.
Professionals.
Yeah, nobody's staying a couple of extra days to help, shoot me when I'm at the rodeo in Houston.
Yeah, what a sacrifice this is.
Yeah.
And we're flying Doug and Ganji to Chicago to go cover this?
I don't know. I have no idea how that's working.
Wow. Well, Lonnie said they had a secret opening of Scores the other night in Chicago. And I guess it was for like a private party. And then they opened it to the public, and there was a line around the block.
Yeah, and I keep hearing something about, like, Rodman might be flying in. I don't know if that was for the private party or for this weekend. But I heard names of, like, celebrities that were being flown in.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, because he's not getting married.
Yeah, they called off the wedding.
You're kidding me.
That's what it says on the front page of the Daily News. On the anniversary of September 11th, it's to the J No.
Yeah, we got to care about that on 9/11.
This guy says it's 8 hours from St. Louis to Chicago.
Oh, my goodness, it's getting longer and longer.
Is that right, Matt? He's gone.
8 hours?
Yeah.
That's about right. The guys told me yesterday, you don't want to drive it. I was talking to the guys in Chicago. It's a 50-minute flight.
Yeah, maybe that's what they were talking about. It's an hour flight, not an hour drive.
Yeah, when people say it's an hour from Chicago, they mean a ride on a plane.
What's pathetic is on the road you're so lonely, and if I knew that a bunch of friends of mine were at Scores only 8 hours away, I'd think about it. Renting a Fiat and driving out there.
There's Ronnie, the limo driver, who has somehow networked himself as like Lonnie's right-hand man.
I'm a consultant at school.
He's flying down. He's not even going to be at work here tomorrow. He's going.
No, I'm going to be here.
I heard you're not.
Who told you that?
That's the rumor.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave an hour early, that's all.
Oh, so he's leaving early.
Yeah, I'll be here.
He's flying out early.
Why is he going
Why show up at all?
What?
Why is he going out early?
No, I'm not going out early. That's the flight they booked me. 12 o'clock.
Scores booked him.
Yeah.
So what?
So you're going out early then?
Yeah. What do you mean you're not going out early? You're going early.
Well, that's the flight they booked. That's.
But tell me you have work.
I said I could arrange things.
The only reason that Lonnie's your buddy is because you work here.
Yeah, I know.
Just keep that in mind.
I understand that.
Hey, this goes away, Lonnie's going to go away.
I understand that.
All right.
I never questioned that.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, Lonnie had a secret opening.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday night.
Right.
And they invited, a private party for people they invited. Right. And then about 10, 11 o'clock, they opened it to the public. And there were people lined up around the block.
This is like deja vu. I think I heard this before.
Yeah.
I just said that, but I like hearing it from you.
Okay, I'm sorry, all right?
Have you heard any rumors of any celebrities?
Yeah, Mo Vaughn is there. He flew out.
Mo Vaughn.
He's out there.
Who's Mo Vaughn?
He plays for the Mets, but he's hurt, so he's really just sitting around and he's getting paid.
He's making $8 million a year to sit around and get lap dances, that guy.
He flew out with, Big John? The big guy that works.
I know Big John,
Big John took him out there. He personally escorted him out there.
Escorted Mo Vaughn out.
Yeah.
It must be a big deal because Mo is always at the New York scores, and he had to be at the Chicago scores.
I got to tell you, I'm a Met fan, and Mo Vaughn's hurt and just collecting all this money. I heard he literally lives at scores.
I hang with him all the time there. He's always there.
I was getting a lap dance from a stripper. They were like, Lonnie was nice to me, brought 3 over. I went to that VIP section. They all looked over my shoulder, and they left it. And as they were leaving, they went, "There's Mo."
Mo Vaughn.
Yeah, he is Mr. Score.
Two of them didn't know what he did. They just knew he had a lot of money.
Right. Let's go to Mo.
Yeah. Let's leave Artie and go to Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about Rodman coming out, too.
Rodman.
I don't know how true it is.
It probably is. I think that would motivate him. Man. Unbelievable.
Are you feeling like you ought to go?
No.
Lonnie,
because if I want to, I could go to the scores here in New York.
But there must be something special going on.
Something different going on in Chicago?
No,
it's just exciting.
It's a hype thing,
Right.
He was telling me that a lot of the girls came out on Monday, and they went out to this steakhouse, this fancy steakhouse in Chicago. And when they walked in, all of the Wall Street type guys that work in Chicago all got up and gave them a standing ovation.
Wow.
They're so happy.
Everyone is very happy in Chicago about this.
Howard, you should go. We should do the show from there next week.
Yeah. Lonnie offered to send Howard a private jet if you wanted to go.
Oh, my goodness.
I might have to jet in. What night is it? Saturday night?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, that would be sad. If you just happen to be in the area, it's one thing. But if you
jet in for it.
a private jet.
I don't think that's sad.
Kids, I can't be with you. Daddy has to jet into Chicago.
I think that's rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
I'm missing my kid's first football game because I have to go to scores. It's very embarrassing.
Did you explain to him why you can't go?
I just said Daddy's working.
Yeah.
Just wait till he finds out.
Daddy's working.
How do you explain that to an 8-year-old?
Daddy is. It's like when you're getting your lap dances, are you going to be sitting there thinking, gee, my son might...
I think he's making his first touchdown.
I wish I could have been there with you, boy.
Hey, my old man missed a couple of my football games because he had to put up antennas.
You know what?
Right.
You're working.
That's why they made videotape.
Right. Yeah, you can videotape it for your son, so they'll...
No.
So he'll see...
Daddy working.
Daddy working. Daddy's working with a big tent in his pants. Because you know Gary gets that bonage going.
Look at his face and his bone
His
going.
bone going in 2 seconds.
No, they're sending me along to keep an eye on Gary.
Yeah, right. Who's keeping an eye on you?
You know Ronnie's going to get stupid drunk.
Yeah, but if he's like, woo!
Yeah. With his tequila shots.
A lot of screaming.
Yeah, yelling.
He's fun when he's like that for about a minute.
Yeah, you think so. I don't. He's loud and annoying.
You could time your watch by Ronnie's screams on the scores part.
Because you know what he does? He just drinks as much alcohol as he can within 15 minutes.
No, it's not true.
Slow down. What's your rush?
No, I know. I've mellowed out.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right.
I pace myself.
But without having to drive anywhere to go home,
you're going to be incredibly nuts.
No, I don't do that anymore. I pace myself now.
You know what?
This way I can scream through the whole night.
Oh, geez.
He's all passed out in a chair.
No, I don't do that. I'm telling you, I don't do it anymore.
All right.
I've gone up to Ronnie at Scores and said, listen, you're drinking a little too much.
Yeah, okay, Artie. The last time I saw you at Scores, you were sitting in a corner of the room.
Yeah, I might have had a few.
With your head back against the wall.
Okay. I might have thrown a few back.
Yeah, just a few.
So what?
Good for the buffet.
Ronnie was hammered in Vegas every night. I got reports.
No, I wasn't.
We were there?
No, I wasn't.
That's what I heard.
I stayed out late, but I wasn't hammered.
Really?
No, I know how to get up in the morning. I wouldn't do stuff like that, but I was out late, yes. Definitely.
Is that why you were so alert when we were there? Mr. Late Night.
It's getting ugly.
Yeah. That trip's too much for you to Vegas. You don't need to go to that anymore. You got too run down over there. You're a little hazy. What?
I just wanted to say I had a room across from Ronnie in Vegas, and every morning it'd be the same story going, oh, my head is killing me.
Yeah, okay, Will.
And then
Will couldn't even see
by 11 o'clock that night, he's like screaming and yelling down the halls like the regular drunken Ronnie.
Yeah, right. And what about you?
Yeah, this is another one. That,
what about you?
But he's not doing security.
Yeah, but
you're my representative.
I was not screaming in the hall, so let's get that straight. That's number one. Number two, Will is just the opposite of me. I'm happy and having a good time. he gets very angry at people. He starts to curse them out.
The rumor on Will is instant lunatic, just add alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with you, Ronnie.
I don't curse people out. I don't insult people in the street.
Oh, my.
Will comes out of a bar, and he's loaded, and he'll go out in the middle of Columbus Avenue, he'll start screaming at people, like, F you, and...
No.
Hey, did you almost get beat up a couple of weeks ago down the Bowery?
No.
What happened?
Where?
I don't know. You
where?
Hey, Howard. Oh, I know what happened. One of the Bowery. The night of the blackout. What happened the night of the blackout?
Oh, yeah, I drank a little too much.
Yeah, and what happened? You said something to some guy who kicked your ass?
I don't know. I got pretty drunk, and then we were just walking around the streets, and I was just yelling at people, I think.
Man, what's your problem, man? What are you angry about?
I don't know.
No,
Do you feel like we're sitting in the midst of a bunch of derelicts?
Hey,
like an AA meeting.
Is he real angry?
Hey, Howard.
About what?
I don't know.
I think I know.
What is he angry about?
Did you have a bad childhood?
No.
Aren't you the guy with the father who was a drug addict or something?
No.
Or is it the other kid?
No, that's Jay Dick.
Oh, okay.
But the other day, Will got drunk, I think, at the racetrack and started going up to Asian women and going in their faces and going, "Rah!"
No, I didn't.
What happened to you as a kid that you're so angry?
Nothing. It's not angry. It's just I get stupid when I'm drunk. People like misconstrue it as being angry, but it's not. It's just like, you know.
Wait a second. Hold on. He's a good guy, and he's got his act together. When I gave him the job, I sat him down. I said, "Listen, you know what? I heard some things that can't happen anymore."
Ooh.
But I know one of the things that he did that was right when he was an intern. A bunch of them got drunk, and they went to a restaurant in the neighborhood, and he was down at the bar in the basement. It wasn't open. And he stole a couple of bottles of vodka. They chased him. The owner chased him down the block. And
Is it crazy, man? What are you doing?
No,
but he's not doing that anymore. I told him no more of that.
What, stealing?
Or just getting
really
drunk and not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself together.
No, it's not like that as much anymore.
As much.
I think he's angry because he had leukemia at one point.
No, I didn't.
Oh, right.
It was Hodgkin's.
And he was on his deathbed.
Oh, you were on your deathbed?
Yeah.
Well, you remember that.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I save your life?
Yeah, you definitely.
Tell that story again, where I look good. Go ahead.
I was sick in the hospital, and you inspired me to live, actually.
Oh, I thought I called you.
You did call me.
Oh, tell the story. What's wrong with you?
Sorry. No, I was in the hospital. I wrote you a letter, and then you called me.
Did I really?
Yeah, you really did.
Oh, that's so crazy.
By the time we called him, he could have been dead.
Yeah.
He got out of the hospital.
Well, thank goodness you saved him so he can yell at Asian women.
Exactly.
That was one woman.
How old were you when this? How old were you when this?
I was originally 15, and then I came out of remission again when I was 17.
So how old were you when I called you?
17 or 18.
I think I remember. I called you at your house.
Yeah, I just gotten out of the hospital.
Yeah, I remember you were kind of dopey. Like you didn't have a lot to say.
Were you drinking that day?
What'd you say to me? I don't even remember the conversation.
Well, I was pretty much in shock that you had called me. You kind of put me on the spot at the time.
Who wrote me the letter? You did?
I did, yeah.
Why'd you write me?
What did he say in his letter?
That I should call you and help you?
No, I just said you've been, I listen to you every morning. I'm stuck in this hospital. It'd be great if you could call me or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And you did.
And then he did.
And I did it.
Wow.
That's even more shocking.
Right.
So you see what a good guy I am?
Very nice.
Seriously. That's a great thing I did.
It is.
Oh, stop patting yourself.
I'm shocked.
God.
I remember you being really upset because by the time...
By the way, if you're dying, don't write me any letters. I'm not calling you.
Because he's such a great guy.
Yeah, I'm only doing that once.
And don't feel too bad for Will because he comes from a rich family.
No,
he does?
No, I don't, John.
Oh, no kidding.
Wait a minute, I thought he was on a farm.
Yeah, he was a farm boy.
John, right on top of the finances.
Well, what was your grandfather famous for?
No, like my great-great-grandfather helped start Cigna Insurance. But that's like, it's like so... Money's been so weathered down at this point. It's not
rich. Kid.
No, it's not rich. I got through college. It helped pay for my college. Okay.
Whatever.
John's like, how would I figure Will's worth $10 million?
Yeah, please, John.
He's a Rockefeller.
He's worth more than me.
John always looking at everyone's money.
Yeah. Guess how much Will's worth? $10 million.
Well, he's got a trust fund or something.
Yeah, but it's
You
small.
have a trust fund?
Yeah, I said it got me through college.
Oh,
It's all news to me, man.
Yeah.
Got plenty left. Come on.
No, I don't.
Baby.
No, I don't.
John knows everything.
Why does anybody tell John anything?
Because they tell him when they're weak.
I know.
I always said John should have his own financial show on like one of the cable news networks, and it's just him looking at the camera going, guess how much Artie made at the Funny Bone?
Right, yeah.
And he looks behind his back.
Announce what people made.
Guess how much Gary made at the Bally's Opinions? $3,500.
Will's got a trust fund.
Guess how much Will's trust fund is? $10 million. Before each one, you got to look over his shoulder. Guess how much Robin made from a book deal? $40 million. Guess how much Ronnie makes from a security business? $80,000 a week.
He always looks over his shoulder. He's keeping it confidential.
Guess how much Ronnie's development deal is worth? $500,000.
Who is coming behind him?
That's what he does in here. Because when he says something in here, you got to look if someone's coming. Guess how much Viacom stock went down? $40. Guess how much Mel Thomason's worth? $2 billion.
There's the show, John.
I would watch that show. Guess how much I paid Jason to pay my apartment? $10. But it's double what he makes here. Guess how much Jason makes a week? $80. Guess what Benji makes off the stripper website? Artie, $400 a week. That's clear.
It's so true.
Guess how much my apartment went up in a year? $150,000.
He's got John down.
Guess how much Susanna makes off Bernie's bachelorette? $200 a week.
Free and clear.
Free and clear.
Oh, man, you do love to know what people are making.
It's totally true.
Yeah, that's it. It's Stutter and John's financial show on MSNBC. That's what it's about.
I love it.
Yeah, I didn't know Will was a trust fund baby. That took me by surprise.
It's not.
I must have known that when I called him.
Really? That's why you were calling?
I must have sensed it was a rich kid riding me. I must have been looking for some angle.
Yeah, I'm some rich kid.
Yeah. Hey, that was really nice of me.
It was.
Oh. Anyway, everyone's going down to Scores in Chicago.
Guess how much Scores makes a week? $400,000.
That's low.
That's a little low, according to Ronnie. Ronnie's got a piece of Scores. $10,000 a week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I think those strippers think Ronnie is part owner in Scores.
What?
He's got some kind of thing going there where they think he's like an owner.
Oh, dear. Just because he's sitting around there all the time?
He shows up with his suit jacket, and he's there every minute.
What does his wife say that he's flying to Chicago to go to Scores? I can't figure that out.
I'm consulting.
Ronnie's gonna train the security staff at Chicago.
No, it's got nothing to do with it. I'm consulting on. Lonnie wanted me to come out and see what the new club looked like.
Oh, so you're gonna evaluate it?
So it's kind of like when they come back here to look at the new club that they built, to see the difference between the one in Chicago and the one in New York.
Did you hear yourself?
Wait a minute. That made no sense.
I'm getting flown out there. That's all I know.
That I don't understand.
Is
your wife angry at all? No. His wife's real cool about it because he's there every night.
Every Friday he's there.
Fridays.
Fridays he goes.
Not every Friday, but, you know.
You can pretty much see him.
A lot of Fridays.
A lot of Fridays.
My friend's going.
Ronnie loves Scores.
Yeah, I do.
My friend's going, and his wife was talking to her mother on the phone. And, you know, she's like, well, what do you mean he's going to Chicago? Is it business? And the wife goes, no. And she says, what's he doing? He's going to Scores.
Who's this?
This is my friend Ross, the other friend Ross.
Your manager, Ross.
Yeah, and his mother-in-law was going, well, why are you letting him go to Scores? And his wife said, you know what? This is a monumental moment in his life. I said, that's a cool wife.
You see, the thing that turns me off to marriage is she's going to let him go.
Right.
That's what makes me nuts about marriage.
Oh, I told you one of the other guys.
I hate that she's going to let him go.
You need permission.
One of the guys.
And you know what? As much as you want to be cool and say, well, I don't need permission, you do kind of need permission.
One of the guys told me.
Well, it's two becoming one. Don't you realize that?
Yeah. It's horrible. It just seems like a horrible setup.
When I
don't think it's made for necessarily a person like you.
It's not.
You need everybody to be saying what you want to say.
Yes. That's what I need in a relationship. I need everything my way.
It's you. Everybody becomes you. It's not you two merging into one. Everybody becomes you.
Thank you. You understand it.
But you know what? I see you, like, with Beth and stuff, and you're like, you know, You seem like you make concessions. You seem like you're nice and like you do the things the things she wants to do.
I do. But the marriage to me means getting permission.
Well, I told you, my friend said he got a 48-hour pass to come to Scores.
I hate that.
Well,
and I know it's true, but I just hate that. He has to get it's a grown man has to get a 48-hour pass to go to Scores.
Yeah. I never ask for permission. I just say, I'm going to Scores, that's it. There's no discussion.
I'm going to Scores, I'm not buying your coat. I got an actual printed invitation.
Yeah.
You know, they came in an envelope and everything, and I just handed it. I said, you know, I'm going. He said, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, what if she said no?
Yeah, boy, you got timid for a second.
Wow. No, I don't think she would ever say no.
What if Bonnie said to you, look, Ronnie, I've been with you, a lot of years. Right. We've been through a lot together. Right. It insults me as a woman that my husband, okay, when you go to Scores, sometimes it hurts me, but what do I care?
Right.
Now you're flying to Scores in Chicago. It just pains me because even just to everyone, and inside it says to me that you're not satisfied with me.
That's not true.
That's what you would say, it's not true, and then you would go.
Yeah.
It's where I go if it pains it.
Like when Ralph Grandin told Alice she wasn't going fishing. You're not going. I am going.
She realized that I have a good time and hang out, and, I'm home all the time, and, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm hanging out.
Would you ever take her with you to the grand opening of Scores?
She wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
She never wanted to, she never wanted to.
That's your place, though. You wouldn't want to, like Ralph Grandin, you don't want to take her fishing.
It's like going to the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club,
Right. Like the mafia.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't take chicks to the Water Buffalo Lodge.
You don't come through that steel door.
Right.
Bonnie, none of the girls are going. I am Raccoon of the Year. Only guys at the raccoon meeting. Me, Norton.
Boy, all the years I was married, I went to Scores. And, I never asked permission. Because if I asked permission and the answer was no, I know I couldn't live with it.
Yeah.
You'd get
mad. Yeah,
I would be angry.
No, yeah.
Because I want things the way I want them. That's the problem with me. I can't be married.
Oh, yes, you can, as long as you get your way.
If I could find someone who would just give me my way and never say anything.
You need, like, a deaf, dumb, blind person.
Yes.
Who can't do anything without you.
Right.
Let me ask you something.
So they have to go along.
Okay, you're saying, like, the way your relationship is now, it's good, right?
Right.
And you do things that Beth wants to do because you want to.
Right.
So if you marry her tomorrow, that's going to all change?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's now mandatory.
Because
he doesn't have a choice.
Also, if I don't want to be there with her, I can say tomorrow, I don't want to be there. And she can say the same thing. There's no complications. There's no, emotional complications, yeah. But
he thinks there's no complications.
I think there are none. Because, why? But what is the complication?
Right now, you all have merged into such a situation, there'll be, well, what about the dog? What about this? What about that?
That's easy to handle.
That's true. That's true, though. There are complications.
Absolutely.
Listen, having been through the big complications, if all you have to talk about is a dog...
No, I'm just saying, it becomes... It morphs. Everything morphs.
She's right.
You don't understand.
She's right.
She's right. Simplistic.
It becomes a whole big deal.
There's a guy we know that's going through that right now, and he's got stuff to give back to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
How does she get it?
Right.
She's got to come to the apartment.
It's upsetting. But, look, you can't have it both ways. Robin's right. Like, you can't have a great girlfriend or wife and be able to go to Scores whenever you want. You got to make some kind of sacrifice. Now, Robin's right.
I didn't say that.
In my relationships, I would want everything my way. I know that about me. I want to be able to go out the door, go to Scores when I want, and do whatever I want. And that's why I'm not a good guy to be married. You can't be that way.
Well, Howard, I was just invited to the Playboy Mansion.
Go ahead.
To some big party. And my wife just said, so you're going to go. She just asked me if I was like...
Well, she's so browbeaten.
Yeah, look at you. You're urinating in Sprite cans.
I heard a story about John. John had this little get-together at his house. And they were out in the backyard, and the dog took a poop in the backyard. And he saw the dog take a poop. Instead of going over and cleaning it up, he goes, Susanna, the dog
No.
Oh, my God.
With the click of the finger?
That's not true.
And get me a beer.
That is so not true.
What do you mean? Then what is the truth?
I said, hey, Suzanne, the dog made, could you clean it up?
Could you
I
clean
didn't
it up?
snap my finger and point at
Guess how much that party cost me?
Did it ever dawn on you to get up? Did it ever dawn on you to get up and clean it?
But see, I just got done cleaning 12 of the poop. So, I mean, you know, we try and share in the duties.
Every 13th one, she cleans up.
We try to share in the duties. And did she go over and clean it?
She just gave me the bag. No, she might have cleaned that one. No, I don't remember.
She cleaned it. She does whatever he says.
I know.
She's a great woman.
Where's the point where, like, she's pregnant and you're like, you know what, I'll get that one, honey, because maybe you're feeling not so good.
Listen, the first 3 months, she's been puking every day. Now she was been in bed. Now she can start, getting up.
Now she can start cleaning again.
Now go walk the dog.
You lived through that.
You lived through her being in bed all, that crybaby routine.
So enough of you puking. I get up and do some work.
You know what cures that puking? Working.
She just started the first day of training us.
Of what?
I got her a trainer.
What, through pregnancy?
Yeah.
You're insane. Your wife just got her weight back down and everything, and then you knock her up again. You're crazy.
I love kids.
If John put as much effort into work as he did to figure out how to keep his wife thin, he'd be a genius, you know?
Wife's cute, but he's going to ruin her by keep knocking her up.
This is the last one.
You know what? Third one, they don't always recover. You don't know.
She'll recover.
It's always a crapshoot.
What'd the trainer cost?
No, I don't even.
You got her a trainer?
Yeah.
Where'd you get her a trainer?
From Bally's.
So it costs nothing.
Costs nothing.
No, I think it does cost.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
John, if it costs you something, you know it costs you something. You know every cost that costs.
That's right. He knows every cost you got.
I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean? You didn't say to the guy how much does this cost?
I told Susanna that to get a trainer and I'll pay for it. So I haven't even asked her.
Did you get it from John Harris?
It was the same trainer I had.
Yeah. So that's John Schnurring off the show.
No.
Trust me, it's not costing you a dime.
And maybe it should. What is that? You can't take advantage. Who is John to be calling Bally's and taking advantage of that?
This is the same trainer I had, and I don't know if you guys are right. I think it is.
All right. Well, you would know, believe me. Mr. Cost.
Yeah, I can't believe you.
I already told my wife that after she has the baby, I'm putting like a few grand aside for any plastic surgery she needs. If she has if she needs a tummy tuck.
Guess how much my wife's tummy tuck costs? $4,000.
Boy, oh boy.
Tummy tuck leaves a big scar, dude. You don't know that, do you? You don't even know what a tummy tuck is.
All right, hold on a second. After a woman gives birth, right?
Go ahead.
Sometimes they can have like a stomach that doesn't
loose skin.
Yeah, loose skin.
Most of them get that, yeah.
All right, so what is it called when you tighten that?
Tummy tuck.
That leaves a big scar?
Yeah. It's a big belt around their waist. Like a belt, like a scar belt.
Like that thing that Richard Hatch had?
Right.
Yeah, that's a tummy tuck.
Kenny Rogers.
Only he had it on his back.
What do you think? That's not going to happen?
Well, my wife wants
Did you look into it? No.
My wife wants to have a C-section. I said, that's out of the question. I don't want a scar there.
So then you're talking tummy tuck, which is a scar.
It's going to be a huge scar. Right. It's going to be hip to hip.
So that means like if Madonna has birth and if she had something that she would have a scar.
If Madonna has birth, what?
Madonna gives birth, right?
Yeah.
Her stomach looks awesome.
Go ahead.
So now I'm sure that if she had some flabs, she'd get it fixed, right?
I'm just telling you.
She didn't have flabs.
She's a workout-aholic. Your wife isn't.
She's got nothing to do all day but work out.
Yeah, Madonna's twisting herself into a pretzel right now.
Yeah, to be thin. Your wife goes for a tummy tuck because there'll be loose skin, that you don't like because, that's not your thing.
You're a perfectionist.
Yeah. When she goes to get her tummy tuck, she's going to come out, she's going to have a big scar. It's not going to go away. She's going to have a big belt around her waist.
Well, then what do you do?
Have it painted.
What do you do? You're going to have to get used to the fact that your wife's not going to have the body anymore because you keep knocking her up.
She'll rebound incredible.
Or what you're going to have to do is get somebody to watch the kid all day so that your wife's job is working out, like Madonna's. Give her 12 hours a day to just work out.
You could really work out and that.
It depends on how big your wife gets during her pregnancies.
Yeah, you should start hiding the food now.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. That's a lot of work.
During your pregnancy.
Dude, you're in a dreamland.
She'll rebound fine. She always has.
What's more important to you, having more kids or having a perfect wife?
They're both important.
What's more important?
Have more kids.
Be honest.
Have more kids. I mean,
so stop it.
My last kid.
It's my last one.
You could always go to Scores and look at it.
Jeez, I'm so sorry he's not going to have any more children.
Yeah.
Guess how much a kid costs?
$200,000.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're going to take
And Richard Christie is super excited that Brad Pitt's going to be downstairs because Richard used to have a poster of Brad Pitt in his room.
Yeah, I think that Richard is more excited than me.
And by the way, it was a Legends of the Fall poster where I'm telling you, in that movie...
That's a chick flick.
Brad Pitt is a girl in that movie.
I always say that's a travelogue of Brad Pitt. That's all they do is run the camera up and down his body.
He's got long hair, and he really looks like he has no facial hair. He looks like a girl.
I mean, he's just... And no hair on his body.
And by the way, is there anyone that Richard Christie isn't super excited about? He loves
Seth Rogen.
He loves The Simpsons. He loves Family Guy.
Well,
he loves Brad Pitt. He loves every single heavy metal band that's ever fucking existed.
It's funny you say that because on the wrap-up show the other day I was listening, and someone said, I think maybe Gary said, or John Hine, you can't say that's my favorite to everything.
Right,
words,
I know.
Favorite implies that it's your favorite thing of all time.
Right.
Like you can't have 20 different favorite chocolate ice cream flavors. Like you can have chocolate, strawberry, one of them's got to be your favorite in order to be classified your favorite. So they said it to him on the wrap-up show. Everything is your favorite. He goes, I have lots of favorites.
Everything is a favorite. He just loves everything.
And which is another retarded thing.
Yeah.
A retarded person has all favorites.
The word favorite means it's one of a kind.
Right.
Every girl that came in here, remember at the beginning, he would put me to the side, we'd have a penthouse girl. Hey, I would like to go in because she's my favorite. And I'd be like, okay, this could be funny for the air. But then every girl's his favorite.
Right. I think he looks at something, he sees a clip of something, and he happens to like the clip, and it goes into his head, and he goes, that's my favorite. And then when he sees it again, he goes, wow, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
What you're saying is he doesn't understand the word favorite.
He doesn't.
Right. Well, he doesn't understand anything.
Because on the wrap-up show, I said, why are they can't all be your favorite? And he said to me, why not?
Yeah, he didn't. I heard it.
But there's great enthusiasm.
I mean,
it's not like he's lying.
No.
He's really enthusiastic.
Is that yesterday's wrap-up show?
It was
I don't think I ever played that on the air.
John will probably put him up really quick. It was the day before. But he's got a favorite, like, his mind operates always right, like the way Wendy does. Like, Wendy has many favorites.
Right. It's a retarded thing to have all favorites.
Hey, listen to this.
Chocolate cake's my favorite. Chocolate pudding's my favorite. Cereal's my favorite.
Watermelon's my favorite.
Duty's my favorite.
Duty's my favorite.
Smear my excrement.
I love to have a duty.
But smear my excrement on the walls is my favorite.
Right. Possum's my favorite.
The only thing that's not his favorite is showering.
All right. He doesn't like doing that.
He knows that.
Here he is on the wrap-up show. It's funny to listen to.
So you love horror movies, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love Bruce Springsteen, so I could tell you, that's a great song, but I probably have a favorite song, and it's one or two. You have 11,000 favorite movies.
There's a lot of good horror movies.
Right, but they can't all be your favorite, is what we're saying.
Why can't they?
I don't know.
Because a favorite...
You can't explain it, can you, Boo?
Because a favorite means you like something better than everything else. And if you like everything the same, then nothing's your favorite.
No, it doesn't have to mean that. Okay. I have a lot of favorite things. Like, what's your favorite pet that you have?
What?
Olive or Teddy? Which one's your favorite pet?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Probably my dog at this point, but then the cat's a close second.
See? They're both your favorites.
No, that's not what he... Wait. That's not what Jason just said.
He just said Teddy's his favorite.
I already won the argument.
He's so dumb.
He doesn't understand favorite.
If somebody says to you, what's your favorite movie? I say, The Godfather. Now, that means The Godfather is better than any movie I've ever seen.
But you might say, look, there's a lot that might be a close second.
I love movies, but The Godfather, if I have to watch one movie,
you made me pick a favorite, I have to say that.
That's right.
we asked
Why? Why does that have to be like that?
Favorite means a lot of things.
Well, we asked him about the horror movie thing. I go, you say your favorite movie is The Fog.
Right.
But then you say your favorite movie is like some other movie, Halloween.
Right.
And he goes,
they're all his
They're
favorites.
all my favorites.
Richard, you understand that you can only have one favorite? That's what the word means?
Yeah, but do
it's
people
above all others?
Do people have a favorite kid of theirs?
These aren't your children.
You don't have to say. You can say, I don't have a favorite child. I love all my children the same.
Yeah, you don't have to have a favorite in every situation.
Do you understand what the word means?
Yeah.
I mean,
but you didn't make these things. They're not yours.
I'm questioning your IQ.
Well, I'm just saying I love a lot of things.
Right. You love a lot of things, but when one is favorite, it means it's above all others. That's what the word means.
Well, then I can safely say the original Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time.
Right. You love The Fog, but it's not your favorite.
Well.
No.
See,
You just said Halloween's your favorite.
To tell you the truth, we don't give a fuck what your favorite is. We just want you to understand the word.
Yeah, I mean,
but when I'm watching The Fog, it's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, my God. It really is like talking to a retarded person.
Yeah, it is. It's like talking to a wall.
This is exactly how Wendy thinks.
What's your favorite food of all time, Artie?
Maybe he doesn't have one. Maybe he says, I love so many different things, I can't choose one above all others.
I actually could answer that. I would probably say pizza is my favorite food of all time.
But it can't be, but my favorite's also spaghetti.
Right.
Howard's trying to make a point that you may not have a favorite. Maybe you just love horror films.
Like when you go, Brad Pitt's my favorite, but then you can't go, the guy who plays Wolverine is my favorite. You can't do that. It belittles your intelligence. It says you're not bright enough to understand the word favorite.
Well, I do understand the word favorite.
No, you don't.
Maybe I'm just trying to be a little different.
What does the word favorite mean?
It means something that you like a ton.
No. Wrong. It's something you love above all others.
Right.
It's your most beloved.
Okay. Number one choice.
Break it down.
I love girls, but Beth is my favorite.
Exactly. Right. But why does it have to mean one thing?
Because that's the meaning of the word.
You favor it. You favor it. Break it down.
There was a word created in the English language to signify something that you love above all others. The word was favorite. Now you're asking why they invented that word. See how silly you sound?
But I'm just saying, why is it so weird that I define it differently?
Because you can't. In other words, let's say I say the word monkey really means horse. Now, in society, we all have to agree that a monkey is like a chimpanzee. I can't just go around saying, no, I believe monkey means horse. See, you can't do that.
Then we have anarchy.
Right. They already made up the language, Richard. Yeah. You don't get to come in and make it different.
You can't say, hey, there's a monkey. And I go, Richard, that's a horse. No, but I don't want it to mean that.
What if I wanted to be different?
All these years, you've went against the rules.
You've went against the rules. Now, let me talk to you about that.
Good grammar is not my favorite.
Going against the rules in certain situations. But when the English language is concerned, and you ask me a question, why does the word favorite have to mean loved above all others? That's a ridiculous question. Now, there are other words that you could use. You could say, this is one of my favorites.
But that just doesn't have the same power.
Right, but it's not. But Richard, you put me on, right?
No, I'm serious. I'm saying, like...
The word favorite means above all others. I don't know how else to describe it. You don't say, why does it have to mean? We needed a word in the English language that would signify to love something above all others. We needed a word like that. Mm-hmm. Just like we needed the word the in order to put the whole sentence together.
Yeah.
In other words, Richard, like when someone says to you, boy, Richard, you're really smart. No one knew what that meant for a long time, so someone had to make up the word sarcastic.
You know what really happened? Right. There was a guy like Richard who loves all things.
Right.
And then somebody said, no, we need a word to signify the thing you love the most.
Right.
And they created the word favorite.
Right. Okay. That's the only explanation I can give you.
Like when people in the old times would say, no, Richard's not dumb. What are you being? Well, we got to think of a word. Okay, sarcastic.
No, stupid.
All right, I'm going to move on. Most of us who listen to this show know what the word favorite means. You don't. And you should really think about what the word favorite means. That's all.
But when I think about certain things like food, I have so many favorite foods.
No, you don't.
You have foods that you love. And maybe you don't have a favorite. You have too many foods that you love to have one that you could say is your favorite.
You couldn't pick.
But how do I describe those foods that I love so much?
Here, I'll give you a typical sentence that you might use. Since I've been in Manhattan, I've gone to many great restaurants, and I love so many different types of food. Well, Richard, what's your favorite? I don't have a favorite. I love Chinese. I love Italian. I love McDonald's.
Papa John.
I love it all. It's so difficult for me to choose a favorite. I have to say I don't have a favorite. Well, certainly you must have a favorite, Richard. What about an Italian food? Well, I love pizza, but I also love spaghetti, so I can't give you an answer to that. I love too many. Come on, you must have a favorite. Well, if you're going to press me, if I had to go to an island, my favorite would be pizza. You see how the English language works?
it's clearly defined.
And by this time in the conversation, the person would probably have left.
Yeah,
so
you would have
don't have to worry.
Nobody would listen to this.
What about when all these Miss Howard TVs come in here, Artie, and you say, you're the hottest girl I've ever seen?
You don't understand the joke I'm doing there, Richard?
I know.
It's a joke.
He's joking around. You know, in other words, the girl who comes in is the hottest to him because he forgot the other ones.
Well, that's how I am.
It's a joke, but I'm joking. I'm playing as retard when I do that. I'm being like a stupid person.
But in a way, you mean it. Right at that moment, she's the hottest girl ever.
It's not his favorite.
You don't know that's a bit that I do?
I understand that you're doing it joking.
Don't.
I do. But in a way, you must mean that right there at that moment, she's your favorite ever.
I know, like the other day you said, my favorite is Peter North because he blows big loads.
Which is grotesque.
Right. Then the next breath you go, I love Robin's friend. Nick Manning because he has big loads. In other words, you can love them all.
And that's a category a man shouldn't have a favorite in.
Right. You can't say he's your favorite. It's just a misuse of the word. That's all we're saying.
There's a lot of guys back in the office that are big Peter North fans.
All right, let me ask you something. Who is your favorite female porn star? Ooh. Favorite?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
Do you not have a favorite? Maybe you love so many.
Probably this girl, Madison, from the early 90s.
She is your favorite?
Probably. Yeah, because that was, right when I discovered porn, and she was one of my...
So that means Brie Olson is not your favorite.
He was just about to say one of my favorites.
Jenna Jameson is not your favorite.
That's true.
Right. All the others are not your favorite. There's one above all porn stars.
And something leaps to mind.
But go ahead, yes.
But in 2 minutes, I'm going to think of another one that I probably like better.
Well, then you haven't chosen a favorite.
Stop thinking.
Then you're a jerk.
Do you understand?
Maybe Artie's right. Maybe you're thinking too much. Maybe you're thinking. Yeah, you don't have the ability to have a favorite.
And it just takes away from the quality of, like in other words, if you have Family Guy boxer shorts and Simpsons boxer shorts, that's fine, but they can't both be your favorite because it takes away from one of them. You know what I mean? Like, if you like everything,
then it has no meaning.
I'm a fan of, you might say, my favorite form of entertainment is watching cartoons. But among all the cartoons, I don't have a favorite.
Well, that I can safely say King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is your favorite. So why do you tell people that The Simpsons are your favorite? And you told this guy the other day, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen.
No, MacFarlane. What am I saying?
Come on, Robin.
Come on, baby. Seth MacFarlane. You told him American Dad's your favorite or Family Guy. I mean, do you understand the difference? I don't want to dwell on this.
I don't want to water the word favorite down, but
exactly.
That's what you've done to it.
I know.
That's what we're trying to explain to you. In fact, it would be more exciting that if every once in a blue moon you came up with a favorite and it was genuine. Just
like I could say to Howard, Star Trek or Star Wars? What's your favorite?
Star Trek.
There you go.
Star Wars is my favorite.
Well,
you
there
sure?
You go.
Wow. Uh-oh. Yeah. Now we've got a favorite war.
All right, thank you. You seem to understand a little bit better now, I think.
Can I go down and look at Brad Pitt if he's in the building later?
Sure, why not?
I'll go down with Lisa G. Maybe we'll do it.
Wait a minute. No, tell me. I'll go down.
It was an overnight shoot. It's over.
Oh.
We missed him.
So why did they have to ban everyone from coming through the building that way?
I don't know.
I mean, if the shoot was over.
And we're banned again tomorrow, right?
Well, it was shut. JD's yelling it was shut till 6 a.m., but when I got in this morning, there was no evidence that any crew had even been here. There was nothing in the lobby.
Right, it was an empty lobby.
In other words, it was just a rule that they were going to follow blindly no matter what.
Well, they were there last night, and then they left.
Yeah, so in other words, perhaps the security people were told, don't let anyone in until 6 o'clock. All right. What is it, Ron Bo, who seems to know something about security? Go ahead, Ronnie.
The shoot is from 7 at night till 6 in the morning.
Right.
And doing it again tomorrow, so.
Yeah, but they should have told people so.
Yeah, I know.
I
know. The only reason I know about it, they told me yesterday.
Well, yeah, you knew, and that was it. All right, thank you, Ron.
All right.
By the way, I can safely say, if I may kiss your ass, you're my favorite broadcaster of all time.
Well, thank you. Now it really means something because you understand the word. You see? Now I'm complimented because I know you're putting a lot of thought into who your favorites are.
And does he understand that if you were standing there and he went to the next broadcaster and said, you're my favorite.
I'm not going to go to Cousin Brucey and say that.
But that it would water down
I caught him in the hall saying to Cousin Brucey and Human Newman the other day that they were his favorites, too.
Human Newman is awesome. I love that guy.
He's a great guy, but he can't be your favorite if I'm your
you're
favorite.
my favorite.
You can only have one.
There's certain things that I know are my favorites.
All right. Well, now, you know what I want you to do? Make a list of your favorite everythings so that we can be aware.
Okay. And then crumple it up and shove it in your ass.
That's my favorite thing to do.
With my favorite.
Rub it on your sore arm.
Hey, by the way, I got my test results back.
I know you did. I received the memo and that you are free and clear of any contagious disease.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll sweat it out till the next big disease.
Aren't we lucky?
That's right. Guess
we
what?
dodged a bullet.
Richard doesn't have a life-threatening illness. I mean, life-threatening to us.
That was my favorite email yesterday, sending out, letting everybody know that I don't have MRSA.
Thank you. All right, we get it.
What's your favorite disgusting disease?
That you have.
Ball cheese.
All right, thank you.
It's another retarded thing to have a favorite every day.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. It'll change every hour.
I'm like a goldfish. I forget everything in every 5 minutes.
Now he's going to walk around going, that's my favorite pen. That's my favorite intern. That's my favorite computer.
It's like that scene in The Jerk. Remember he was sitting in his desk and he goes, I don't need anything except this pen. And maybe this doll. And maybe this painting.
And this lamp. I don't need anything but this painting and this lamp.
And then they see him walking down the street with all this shit and he's dragging it. That's Richard.
That's my favorite comedy movie, by the way.